Let's see what we got. I am back. I am back after a wonderful 4th of July. 4th of... Bring this back up here. That don't make... Wow. What? That ain't right. There we go. Ah, man. I be saying this too much, man. I got to talk about this today. It's too much. Boys, them degrees be going out the window. That's all I'm saying, man. You could be as smart as you want to be. You let them emotions take over, boy. Boy. That's all I got to say. What can I say? Welcome. Mm-hmm. That's a weird noise this thing make on the... That's weird. Like a radio or something. Something else. Something. Oh man. Encourage your viewers to share the live. Yeah, you right. Okay, share you. Trying to send these invites real quick. Missing some people. I feel like that. Oh, BK in the building, man. What's the deal, man? Oh man, how you feeling, man? How you feeling? Trying to get back on the grind again, man. Think I took a little minute off. Was supposed to did it longer, but I had so much stuff going on this weekend. I didn't get to get on. Didn't get on yesterday. So that's it, 4th of July. So how about the rest of the week? Oh yeah, chill ain't got to, man. You know what I'm saying? What's the deal, CD in the building, man? So this like a little remix. I know I did something on degrees before, right? This is a little different though. This is dealing with, emotions and stuff. Just something I've been observing online, especially on here. I've been noticing the main ones they be yelling out about they whatever they masters in and all that stuff. And I just want people to be able to, tell the difference when somebody just try to speak out their emotions versus actually knowing what they talking about. I realize a lot of people they like to let things fit in, with their education and try to fit it in with whatever topics be on here or something like that. They ain't got nothing to do with it, so they try to make it make sense or whatever. But you can tell the difference when somebody just talking out of feelings and emotions versus like trying to really think about it. So I've been noticing that a lot though. Be taking up for stuff that should be taken up for and stuff. Want you to feel bad and all this. Like, bro, at the end of the day, accountability is accountability. You just can't get around that situation. People make any excuse, and that's the why they stay in their misery the rest of their life. They want to keep putting the blame on every other situation. People don't really realize how serious that is. They just don't know. They don't realize that's the cure. That is the cure to your life, your daily problems. That is the cure. It's hard. See, that's like I said, them three things I talk about. Like it's hard to. I mean, of course, it's hard in the beginning to overcome it though. But like, as soon as you overcome it, right, you realize that you was tied into some situation that you. I mean, it's like it's weird. It's like you really do feel like you free though, and like open minded is like so. Man, it's a wonderful thing because it's like it no longer kind of stresses you. Like when you on a whole nother level of open mindedness, right? I don't know if I just made that word up. It don't really stress you that much for real because it's like you be okay with being wrong, right? Because you look at it as I learned something new, right? That's when you actually put ego to the side, right? Then it's my boy differently, but it's like once they get that part down, it's like it ain't that bad. It really ain't that bad though. But I think the main thing in every day is just it's that ego, man. I think that's like the top thing that's holding all of us back, really, like low key. It's kind of hard to get out that situation just because of the way we grew up and all the traumas and stuff we've been through. But that's really like I think that's the biggest thing in this world right now that's holding us back is our ego and pride. Them two things, man.
I
Different.
agree.
How you feeling, man?
I agree. What you think creates it?
Joe, what?
I agree. What you think creates ego and pride?
Man, so many things, man. And the feeling of not wanting to be wrong too. That's another thing. And embarrassment, all that stuff. I think I feel like every other feeling or emotion has been taught to us anyways, or teachers taught us a way to react to certain things most of the time. Especially our parents. Like if we looked at how they react to certain things, then we kind of imitated, or they taught us like, hey, don't take nothing from nobody, even though like that's a good way to teach you, because so they don't be no punk or nothing. But it's like we kind of went overboard with it now that we bringing it to adulthood, and it's starting to get dangerous. They never taught us it's a time and a place, you know what I'm saying, to put your pride and ego in the way. They just never taught us that. And then it's prolongs and it goes into relationship, friendships, and all type of stuff. So it's like no, they never told us there's a limit to it. Then we see our friends and everybody else, and the traumas mix in with it. It's a whole nother level after that. So
Well, I kind of disagree with that. I believe our parents taught us everything, but the
yeah,
thing about it, they taught us where it looks like lies. They taught us in a fashion of confusion. You know what I'm saying? Because okay, as kids, even if you had kids, don't you teach your kids not to steal?
right.
Don't you teach your kids not to fight?
Depending on the situation, 'cause they
Don't
think.
you don't not in every situation, because if you grab both kids, you're gonna tell both kids y'all shouldn't be fighting, y'all should learn how to talk. This is not what we're gonna do now. Try to shake
Mhm.
hands. Y'all gonna take each kid and try to show them a better way of handling disagreements.
Right.
So we teach our kids all the right ways, but as adults, we don't practice these things. This is why we have
Hmm.
wars. We're
Right.
selfish. Everything we teach our kids, we don't move as adults. So why would kids listen to adults? And here's the confusion.
You're right. And then do as I say, not as I do. That plays a major part too. Instead of
Thank you for
practicing what you
adding that.
preach.
Thank you for
Hold
adding
up, you
that.
told me not to do that, but you doing this.
This.
So that means when I
So
get
you
older,
know
I get
what
to
I'm
do
gonna
this
do?
though.
Dun dun dun. So you know what I'm gonna do?
Right.
I'm gonna do what the fuck
Mm.
I want to do. Cause you do. Oh, I
Right.
can't live in your house. Oh, I'm gonna leave your house. Then I'm still doing what the fuck I want to
Then
do.
I'm gonna do it right. Exactly. That's
Cause you
how it
don't make
is.
no sense.
That's exactly.
And
And it
then we
becomes
get out
damaging.
there, and then we become the same parents, you know, and we
Hmm.
repeat the cycle.
Yeah.
Well, I hear a lot of parents doing the same shit, like do as I say and not do as I do.
Right. It's horrible. That's because they don't want to get out their ways and stuff. I'm the parent. I do what I want.
And
You know
that
what
part,
I'm
and which
saying?
builds another parent. Now, so the cycle continues.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's like a general curse. You gotta break that curse. You gotta now walk. You gotta practice what you preach. So now, if
Gotta
you have
practice what you
kids,
preach.
yes,
Serious.
they see right, and they can walk in that path. And now they're the example. You're the example. Your family's the example.
Hmm. Yeah, man. So how
So that's
many
one.
you said
That
what?
I was gonna say that's just one thing that I never understood. That this is what we teach our children. Even it comes down to fighting. We say no, y'all shouldn't fight. That we teach our kids the best morals possible, and then grow up as adults missing what we taught the kid. It baffles me.
Hmm. They got that. Then you gotta protect yourself so you don't want to be a punk either. You get whooped for being a punk too, so that's when you like, no, when do I do it? You better take up for yourself. I think what I was about to say is what how you feel about the topic now, man. I know you done run into some of these people. They gotta use all their degrees and stuff, and then like it kind of goes out the window as soon as they get in their feelings.
That part, that part.
but but the way they treat the people and like what the we talking about facts right now. Why is you in your feelings?
You know who does this a lot? The religious people.
Probably so,
Not even
but
probably so. They this anger is not they're not supposed to show. Selfishness they're not supposed to show. These are emotions. Frustration. They're supposed to be within peace and condemning you. Like, oh, I'll give you a great example. This person says I can't be positive because I don't fear God.
but
So
I don't know what
I need
religion that is.
yeah, I need the fear of God to be better. If I don't fear God, then I could never be a better person. Kind of condemning attitude is that.
uh,
So that's what I
Everybody got their own
mean.
mentality. Got brought up different, so
Exactly.
that's what that threw me off about a religious person and degrees. I'm like, that's two different things. I'm like, did you just throw your own thing in here? I was confused. Like, where the heck did degrees in religion come from?
Oh well, I was just talking about how they astray up their topic, whether it's a degree or not, just whatever they mastering, whatever that topic is. So I use religion as a degree, like that's their masters.
Yeah.
So if you start to talk to them about their masters on a factual thing, they get emotional. I was using that in reference in that
Oh, okay.
reference.
I'm about to say if that's the case, I can go for a lot of stuff, people's beliefs and people's all that. I really want to just tag them degree heads up, man, because they be feeling like they can run the whole live after they mention whatever. I'm a psychiatrist. I got a PhD. Now listen to me now. Now you should listen to me. I only care about the bears. And come with, I don't know, they just be coming with some soft stuff out of nowhere. Like, no, what do they get to, what do they got to do with the topic? Like, duh. Only reason why I know this is because I got a psychology degree. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I know. Like, but
Yes.
this show too funny though. I be seeing it, but it's weird because it's like I can see straight through it. Like, bro, or you know what I'm saying? Like, duh. I get you like super smart, but like, well, why use your smartness so much on finding a way for somebody not to be accountable or find a way to stray away from the facts. You know what I'm saying? So they try their best to, sound intelligent but it's like they still not saying nothing for real at the same time. But they're saying tactic right to manipulate the people that really don't know better. That's the thing. So
That
it's a lot of people gonna fall for that stuff. They be like, man, dog, she know what she doing, or he know what he doing. He can, you know what I'm saying? Let's call this psychologist up here. You know what I'm saying? Let's call this, this. He got the masters in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody gonna fall, especially if it sound good to they feelings or whatever trauma they got on. That's all they got to do is word up their trauma the right way and anything gonna sound right to him. It's like, dog.
and it kills me the most because um to me, if something is if you got it if you understand something, you're gonna explain it very simply, unless someone asks you to break it down.
Right.
So if you just go explaining stuff and you go monologuing to explain it, it's just like, oh my God.
Man.
Are you trying to convince me or convince yourself?
Dog, right. You said that right. All right, so since I came up with this lie, let me see how long I can stretch it out to make it seem like that they might believe it, but I almost believe my belief, so something's going on.
Right. Because you know, 3 or 4 sentences, you should make your point in 3 to 4 sentences. So
Right.
you doing a whole essay, you giving me a whole essay. I start to wonder, do you believe it
That's what.
yourself?
Right. That's what you talking out your feelings. You'll say, man, I done ran into a few people that's like that. I'm like, dog, are you answering the topic or you just projecting? You just saying, and then like you could tell they ain't answering it no more because like once you try to say something or try to let
They
them chop
still
it down, they
talking.
continually talking and don't never stop. I'm like, dog,
No, in your feelings.
no, it's
And
so
you know
easy
what?
to
You
spot
know what?
out.
You know what kills me the most too? When you're trying to interject so you can understand, so you can follow them. And they get back, you cut me, bro. I'm trying to follow you. Calm
Right.
down.
You got too many pieces in there. How when I'm gonna jump rope in there somewhere, you know?
Like I'm just trying to get what you're saying so I can continue following you. But you, like we're not at an auction,
The
brother. We're not at an auction.
man, don't do a degree with a victim mentality. That's the worst combination ever. I can't. My head start hurting with them. Just I can't do it. I'm gonna explain
I
to you
just,
why it's not my fault. You know.
shit. I just want to know why they do it. Like I ain't got that much talk in the world. Like, oh,
Manipulation and trauma. Find another way to trauma bond. That's like one of the easiest thing to do to get friends on here is trauma bond. Oh, you went through this? I went through this too. Okay, let's go. All right. We are best
don't you
friends
hate
now.
when? Don't you hate? Don't you hate that?
Right. Don't you hate? Right. That's what it start. That's all it start off with. Don't you hate? Yeah. You preaching. You preaching to the choir. Oh man. Mm-mm-mm.
I'll give you a great. Ooh, and you know the ones that just turn on beef. This guy, I jumped into this live, and he was talking about am I saying it right? Reparations. Am I saying
Reparation.
that right? Reparations.
Reparation. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
was talking about reparations and the government giving us, I think it was 500 a month for the rest of our life, and making it an executive action. So I'm just asking him, why would the government grant that? Because it's an executive action. I'm like, okay, like, I'm glad you laughed, because I'm like, he must not know about the Rothschilds. He must not know about the higher ups. So I'm just trying to understand, like, where's he coming from, with all this? And he's like, yeah, because I feel and I hope and I feel this, and I'm like, yo, bro, everything you're talking about is from your emotions. You're talking about what you feel and what you hope would happen and this, that, and the third. And I'm letting you know, this is why I'm asking you, what makes you think this is going to happen? You're talking from emotion. And this is why you feel that this is going to happen. This is why you hope that this is going to happen. My brother came at me on some, oh, you a sucker. Yeah, just straight
He
came
been
at my,
holding that in.
yeah, just came right at my character. And I'm going to go, bro, why would you insult me on a on a site or whatever, a page that we're trying to unite?
Mm-hmm.
You sound like more of a clown, because just because I called you emotional, that's not an insult. And I didn't even say like he was emotional. I was just saying that the way you're approaching the situation is from an emotional standpoint, because you're talking about
Mm-hmm.
what you feel and what you hope. You're not throwing facts in to make that this, administrative or whatever executive action
Decision.
to go through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't go in there. Well, I feel that our people. you. You feel that good. Take your feelings somewhere.
Right.
You need to
I
come in
feel
with
you about to
paper.
get booted up out of here.
You're not coming with paperwork and facts, and we earned this. Not we don't feel we deserve it. We earned this. You know what I mean? It's recommend. So that's why I was trying to head with the conversation. But again, like you said, people get emotional. Went straight after my character. So I'm like, yo, bro,
Mm-mm.
yeah. And then I followed right behind him. Like, yo, bro, you don't even know me. Stop talking to me
As
like
soon
that.
as you
Because I
said they
didn't
clicked
hear
on
it.
their
I was like,
profile, like, hold up. Boop, boop.
Yeah, because
I
he talking
feel
about
like talking about somebody real quick.
yo, and then he said, yo, where you from? Like, yo, bro, like now you talking about where I'm from? He's like, yeah,
Just
because
know
like
I'm
I said,
different.
he was trying to make it sound like I'm a soft potato, you know, potato chip eating ass dude. So I'm like, yo,
Mm.
bro, like I don't, like I said, I didn't get it, but I fell right into it. I was like, yo, bro, don't let me do something to your family, bro, and have you come for me. And I had to log off of that because I'm like, see, you know what I'm saying? He got me in my demon, bro. He got me all the way in my demon. Like, I was like, yo, bro, I'll do something to your family and have you come for me. I was like, nah, I gotta log off.
So, trying to log off, right?
That was it for me. That yeah, he got me in my wrong energy right there. I'm throwing premeditated statements out on TikTok.
Oh man, they like, well, all I know, that was the last time we seen.
hmm
Ain't had a recording and everything. It's right here.
hmm
Well, somebody might have been screenshotting already, so you gotta. That's why they be trying to do, man. I be having rooms. That's why I be trying to watch what I say. Well, I'm already been training myself anyway, so I be noticing that rooms be wanting you to get out your character so they can have some content they can make out of you or something. Like, look at this guy.
Yeah, man.
Like, no, y'all literally trying to jump me so I can go. I'm like, I ain't about to fall for that, man.
I
Cause
be
y'all
hating the
miserable.
host for letting that go because she should have been like, no, 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 we're not in here on some black on black shit. We're not doing that. And just because he said that your answer was emotional doesn't even that wasn't an insult. You took a shot straight at the homie. Like bust ass niggas, I'm soft tissue. Like I won't find you, bro. Like this.
Mm,
And she should have regulated that. Like, don't do that. Because you don't know me from a hole in facts. You don't know me from a hole in the wall. You don't know what I've been through. Stop talking like you
what's the
Iron
deal,
Man.
Anthon?
But
What
they get
Anthon?
emotional. They get emotional.
I'm not getting emotional. That's a good way to put somebody in emotion. Just tell them they're emotional.
That's
That's
what
my
I
point.
did, right? I did that. I did that.
So you know you emotional. What you mean? I'm emotional. Like what the heck? You just did it that fast. That was
Yeah, I
quick.
mean, that wasn't my intention. That wasn't my
I'm not emotional.
right? You a soft busted tissue guy. Like, whoa, whoa.
Leo, what's the deal, man? The Leo, man. What's up, y'all? Me and different already answered it with the how y'all feel about the people with the degrees, right? I know y'all ran into a few of them on this internet. They get the degrees, and as soon as their feelings get involved, you forgot they had them. Like, they, what did you say? What degree you had? Now facts
They
don't
get
work no more.
word. They get all personal. Like they want to fight now. Like, whoa, whoa.
Boy,
Put the guns down. Like we just talking.
man, I don't get like how can you be a what they say this one of them things. I don't get them though, like a
Internet thug.
psychiatrist or something like that. How can you be that and lack the emotional intelligence? That's gonna be weird. Like you the man, they be the main ones cussing people out. Like they just gonna be taming people, making sure they good. How the heck type of
You see why I related it
psychologist
to
you?
religion? That's why I related
Ah,
it to religion. Like it don't make sense. Like this is what y'all supposed to. What? Wait, hold on. Let me
damn,
rewind.
I feel you on that. Get your
Y'all supposed to be the less aggressive beings out of all beings. Is the religious ones? I don't get it. And then the
man.
less intelligent, the more violent. So if you see yourself as a high intelligent being, then you should have strayed from violence because they don't work. Like intelligence and violence don't really exist in the same world, bro. It's like people that's intelligent tend to stray away from violence. It's the ignorant ones that want to punch you in your mouth.
Mm, yeah.
Like ignorant one is gonna say eye for an eye. An intelligent one is gonna say, well, if we do an eye for an eye, then everybody ends up blind. You see the
Right.
difference? It's all right.
Mhm. We're all imperfect, and people will take you out of character. Most definitely, every last person, religion or not, you will be out of character.
We'll try. We'll try to take you out of character. If they're taking you out of character, you failed yourself.
Yeah, that's why I said even our triggers, all that stuff is us. It's a us problem. You can't never blame yourself why you got
Never.
mad. He made
Yup.
me mad. No.
I hate that line. Oops. I just like that line. I just like that line a lot, bro. Like I didn't make you do anything. How come I can't make you positive? Like, how come I can't, I can't make you
Right.
positive?
Right. Why don't work the opposite way? Right. Why I can't make you make a good decision? I can make you do everything
Why?
but
Why?
the heck. I do the reverse Ono curve.
That's
You can't
Stay
make me
saying
do
that.
that, but
How
you
come I
could
can't
make
make
me
you
do this.
positive? I mean,
That
yeah,
is
you
a
make
good
it
one though.
everything but positive, right? Heard you.
Right. That is a good one though. You can't make me do anything the next minute. You made me mad. Like what? Make your mind up. That's what you make. That's what you can
Yo,
make.
I
Make your
fucked with
mind
you.
up.
Yo, I fucked with you much.
I can't make you be a good person, but you can. I can make you be mad. Though. What the freak? People don't.
Oh my
Man,
god, my
I
stomach.
ain't never
Chill,
thought about that.
chill. Damn it.
That was a
Yo,
good one.
listen,
I
that's why
caught
my
me
name
off guard.
different, bro. I'll bring a different perspective to you all day, bro. All day.
Heck, you
But
know.
that should be tweaking me. Word, so I can't make you positive. Like, come on. Don't do me. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's all you.
That's all you, buddy.
That's all you.
Like it's funny. Lack of accountability when it comes to the
Mmm.
negative responses. Oh, but it was
Mmm.
all me when I came up with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mmm. Well, I'm gonna eat this cracker. Okay?
Look
Mind
at
my business. Mm.
it's gonna be like the frog in the tea cup. Man, my business. What
That's the
made them
truth.
think of that,
You see,
Kermit?
you see how I didn't comment back. You should have come back like you right, but you see how I always did say I concur. I missed it. I missed it. I
Right.
missed it.
Get these lights up, man.
You gotta take that accountability.
You're right. Yeah, if you don't do that, you probably will never grow for real. I can't see it.
Talk, talk,
I don't think that ever worked like that though, because they got to
preach.
start off with self. Crazy.
You can't even heal if you don't look at it as you are in control. How you healing if you don't believe that you're in control of your own
Right.
emotions?
Somebody. Oh, you forgot them to make me people. They made me healed. Somebody made me.
Talk,
Okay.
talk. I'm
uh,
fucking with you, bro. You make me laugh. I'm fucking with you. You make me laugh hard too. I'm fucking
that
with
just
you,
made
bro.
you laugh. You see what
Yeah, laugh and learn. Yeah, yeah. I'm at the right place. I came
You
to the right
made
place.
me.
I came to the right place.
Man, that's funny. That's crazy. Oh man, what the heck? I gotta get used to this. It's that 4th of July still on me, man.
You know what you just said? Fuck, messed my head up, bro. You right. I just said you made me laugh. But did you
I
really
know.
make
That's
me
all I
laugh?
just said. You ain't catch it. I was instantly on it. Like, yeah, I made you.
You just messed my head up with that one, bro.
He said, you gotta think about
Now
it.
you got me like
Can
thinking,
you make
wait, did you
somebody?
make me laugh?
My. Unless you hold it in or something. Like, nope,
No, you
you ain't.
didn't make me laugh. I found what you was doing funny.
Right. Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
talk my
I
shit, right?
decided to laugh after I heard you say something funny,
Something
but you
funny.
ain't make
There
me
we
do
go.
anything.
There we go.
That's the
Let's
person that
talk.
take
Let's talk.
accountability.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I found what you said funny. See, I gotta change my English. I really do, bro.
That's why
I
I
really
said I'm
gotta
about to
change
start.
it.
I gotta change it too. Like
I
I
gotta
don't want to
change the way I
contradict
talk, bro.
myself and say somebody made me.
We like,
No, I
right,
found what you said was funny, right?
funny. That,
I decided to laugh.
that. Good looking. Yo, I'm gonna salute you. I gotta salute you, bro. I gotta throw the salute up for that.
He's like,
You
y'all
know,
some hypocrites. He said, he said, I
salute
gotta
for that,
salute
bro. Like, I didn't evolve today. You know, make a nigga evolve, bro.
Right, exactly. Now we about to be focused on like, dang, because he gonna feel weird every time you say that. Now, like, dang, he made me. Oh, no.
Nah,
My stomach
not
hurt. I
saying
can't say
that.
that.
What you said was funny. And that's
Right,
what I'm
there
gonna
you go.
start to say.
That's how you gotta
That's
say
what
it
I'm
right
saying.
there. What you said was funny though. I decided
Nah,
to laugh.
you know what I mean? I got to talk like that. I have to, because I'm in control. And
Right,
the more, yeah, and the more I don't believe that, the more it's gonna cause problems. So I gotta keep, I'm in control.
right,
Definitely in
exactly.
control.
Right, don't want to get caught contradicting yourself, man. Hold up,
That
what?
part. That part.
And now you got me. I'm seriously focused on it. Now I can make sure I can't say. I gotta make sure I don't be saying it. Like I'm just gonna say that joke was funny. That's what I'm just keep saying. Now that's funny right there. Now I'm about to decide to laugh right now in five, four,
Yeah,
three.
I was about
I
to say, can
say
I
no,
say,
sorry.
can I say what you said made me laugh?
Nope, nope. No maids, no maids,
No maids.
no maids. I just say that's hilarious right there. Or that's funny. That's what I'm just gonna say.
Yeah. Just keep it, simple. Keep it basic. That's funny. That's hilarious. You keep it basic. Keep it basic.
Right. I think I say that anyways a couple of times. So have I ever said you made me? Probably depending on the situation with all of them.
Yo, that was
You
even that
made
was a
me spit my
subconscious.
water out.
That was subconscious because when you said it, it triggered it. As soon as you said it, like, wait a minute, I did say that. Yeah, I did. Wait a minute. Whoa. We're not gonna just act like that didn't just happen.
Right.
We're not doing that.
Poet, what's that deal? Niche. No, we trying to focus on taking accountability right here. We realize we were
That
saying
part.
people be saying that you made me mad or you made me, but we can't make them positive or something like that. We was talking about that earlier. So then we thought about we said somebody we said, "Damn, you made me laugh." I'm like, hold on, wait, we got to change that around. Like, no, that's funny. You ain't make me do anything.
That's funny.
That's a whole
That's
nother level of
hilarious.
accountability.
That's all right. I'll mess with you. I'll mess with you,
Oh man. I'm
bro.
about to
Definitely.
now you gonna be having me on an alert now. Every time I hear somebody say that, I'm be like, hold up, did they make you?
Right. Right. I say it all the time, but I can't make you positive though. I can make you mad, but I
Right,
can't make you positive. Like
right,
miss me with it.
exactly. I can make
Miss
you
me
laugh,
with it.
but I can't make
Right.
you
Miss me with it.
I make you mad, but I can't
I don't
make you
make you
glad.
nothing. Right. Right. I don't make you nothing. Accountability, like you said.
Right.
You mad because you want to be mad.
That's all. Get you choose to be mad, right? That's your choice, man. I said something. I called you a B word, but you choose to be saying. You the one choose to react to that. Hey, that's real talk though. Like low key, like you can choose to walk away or not get, or you know what I'm saying, not react to it. So you can choose.
You can laugh at it. Y'all gonna see someone say something
Yeah.
threatening to
Hmm.
you gonna do
Right.
what?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it is.
You could try.
Now I gotta change that up. I can't say that no more. Your laugh made me laugh. I used to say that a lot too. Let me focus on that too. Like, no, your laugh is funny. I'm just gonna say it like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with that then. Oh
Yeah,
man,
you
why
gotta
do I
be
have to
serious,
think
bro.
about that? Now I'm about to be really watching my. I'm gonna feel weird every time I say
No,
that.
listen, consciousness is everything, bro. Consciousness is
It's like
everything.
some stuff was you wish you
Stay
didn't
woke.
figure it out. Like, dang, shoot, now I gotta
Stay
change my
woke.
wording.
Stay woke.
Right. The Some random stuff. Just thought about that. That's crazy. But it's true though. Like it showed that how much our habits we have in different situations and stuff, and how much we be saying stuff and not realize what we saying.
And
That's
not
a
taking
whole nother.
accountability for those things.
Yeah, right.
Always pointing the finger. Always
Mm-hmm.
him. No, it's you. What you
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yep.
Stop blaming everybody.
Yeah, you'll never grow in laughing. You know what I'm saying? It's like that.
I love how you be finishing my sentences. Pause. Pause. Big pause.
But that was interesting. Interesting. Now I'm focused.
Yeah.
I'm focused for sure now. Ain't nobody made me do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It's facts though. You talking real talk. And like you said, you'll grow better. You'll grow so
Yeah,
much
most definitely.
more efficiently. Way more
Yeah.
efficiently.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
No one can
the only
no
thing is
one can
that
tell you
ego.
about yourself. No one can tell you about. They could throw so many shots at you. You're so confident within self because you blame yourself that no one actually. Oh, you this.
Oh,
Yo, you know how
yep.
many people say about? I'm mad. I'm angry. Da da da. I'm like, no, I'm not. I could express shit like this if I choose to express it like this. If I want to express it like this,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. But I want to express it like this. What the fuck you mean?
Just switch it up on her like that. You did.
I'm not
You did.
angry.
You said
Not at
something very
all.
angrily, but I'ma choose to I'ma choose to cuss you out though. You ain't made me. It's like, look, be
I'm
like,
aggressive because I choose to be aggressive
right.
right now.
And that joke is funny.
I'm fucking too
That's
hard, yo.
when
I'm fucking
we
too
should have
hard,
did like
yo.
a funny video today. That's some funny stuff, dog. Like when somebody take accountability so heavy, they
You
take
can never tell
accountability
me
so
about
deep
me.
that they watching their
Never.
words.
Never. That's why, yo, I'm telling you, as soon as you said it, I caught it. I was like, you made me laugh. You see how full that, yo, I caught, like, I'm about with accountability hard body, bro. I check self every day. I check self first.
Gigi, I know she just snuck up in here. How you feeling, Gigi? Do I gotta send some more trolls in here for you to talk to them real quick?
Let's go, because I'm
I swear
ready.
I'm about to start testing some of my fams and
I'm
stuff
up.
just to see where they
We
emotions is
outside.
at. You know what I'm saying? Start throwing some. The only reason why I'm saying this stuff is because I done probably been through it. I used to fall for that junk, react to every last person that come here. Then I just realized, like, dog, you know what? People probably really in here trolling and making me feel like, making me have high blood
Making
pressure for nothing.
making
I'm like,
you.
you know what?
Making you. Ain't nobody making you
Did
nothing.
I say make? Did I say it? Oh dang! You said that just too funny. And he holding me accountable on that some bull. Oh, I gotta get that out my vocab. And this dude, and I ain't being petty now. He trying to wait on me to slip up like, make, see? I'm about to start doing that. That's funny, dog. That's funny. I'm about to start catching people when they say that, dog. It just show, like, hold up. I
That's the
made
only
you?
way. That's the only way we're all gonna be accountable is to start catching us.
I just point the finger like, what does that
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
What?
yeah. Niggas will start to check themselves. Yeah, like, wait. Let me. Okay, you know what? Let
Right.
me come back. Yeah, spin
You
back,
might.
spin back.
Hey, it's gonna be like that. I know you played BB Butcher, SS Strawberry. You played that before?
No, what game?
SS Strawberry and BB Butcher.
No.
It's like you can't say an S word and a B word. These people used to be talking stupid because if you say it, you get punched in your arm or something like that.
I want to play that one time.
That joke, that's how that was. It made this talk real stupid, so we had to watch what we say. That's basically what it feel like. Like as soon as you say something wrong, you're like, hold up, that. You said
I
make.
like that. I like that game. We gotta get that on one time. One time. One time.
Yeah, that's a classic. Or open chest. Know you heard of open chest.
Ooh, open net.
Oh yeah, cheese neck. The cheese neck, right?
Okay. Okay.
That's the one I hated out of all of them. How you walking around like a turtle and stuff like.
Yeah, right.
He was
It
not
depends.
about to get me. Be walking
It depending
back.
on who you was hanging out with. It depending on who you was hanging
Right.
out with.
When people get in
The
their
one I hate
feelings,
the most is Punch
nothing
Buggy.
anyone says makes a difference. Exactly. I've been learning that too, man, for sure.
I didn't get that one. When people get in their feelings, nothing anyone says makes a difference. You know.
Man, I swear. I don't,
You know,
boy. That
did you
junk
hear
is
about the
facts.
punch buggy? You know about the punch buggy?
The what?
Punch buggy. Oh, you didn't
No,
see?
I
Yeah.
heard, well, that sound like the
If you
Beetle.
saw, yeah, and if you saw the Volkswagen Beetle out of nowhere, bang, punch buggy. You have to
Yeah, I
say
see
you
it.
got
Oh,
the
that's what that is.
license.
Okay. Oh, we just called a
If you
Beetle, like
don't say
red
you
Beetle.
have
Boop.
the license, I'm gonna keep punching you. I used to hate that because I used to forget that. Like, what you doing? Oh, license,
Wait, what the?
license. Oh, while I'm getting lit up
I
and
swear, some
shit.
people was cheating, dog. Like, no, they ain't no wagon. That's a little kid's big wheel. What the heck?
Man, I'm wondering why
Nothing,
I'm getting hit.
nothing else matters is that ego. Exactly. That's what it is. That ego for sure. That's what we just literally was talking about before you got in here. I said that ego is like the most powerfulest thing. Ego and pride. That's the reason why a lot of us is not trying to grow. That's the main thing. Nobody don't like that feeling of feeling wrong or feeling like they getting checked. You know, nobody like that.
Not
Immaturity.
necessarily. Not necessarily. Because my ego and my pride kind of like being checked because it makes me stay in check.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah. I feel
I
you.
don't
I
want
feel
to
you.
be wrong.
It is
I
a
don't want
double-edged sword, though. Ego is because I use
to.
ego to keep myself disciplined and stuff. You know, it's a double-edged sword, though.
Because I
Now,
love different.
pride, that's a different thing. Pride ain't gonna make you get checked because you already feel like you a top dog already. Nobody can't tell you no when you walking off pride.
I agree. I agree. I can't even argue right now.
Yeah, but it's nothing good with pride.
Yeah, but
Who
yeah,
is
right,
you?
right. Yeah, right. I think I agree 100%.
Man. That's
Because
why I
you
always
can't be
mix them
wrong
in
with
together, though. That's why I mix them together, though, because I get you on ego, because that is a double-edged sword. Because it can help. It's good ego and bad ego. It can help.
Yo, my
But,
ego talk to me every day, pushes me to the gym,
nope.
pushes me to be a better, pushes me everything positive my ego strives for. You know what I'm saying? But pride now, like that's another thing. Like I can't be wrong. That's,
I like Gigi, man. She just held her own self accountable. I like that. I like that. She gonna be fitting well in my room. I love it. Oh, y'all meant to make Gigi. I need to make her a mod, though. She a real good mod. Yeah, I stole y'all mod. What y'all gonna do about it?
I was
What
about
y'all?
to say, how many men do you have mods?
Huh?
How many guys you have mods?
How many? I only got. I don't know. I gotta see.
Yeah,
I be deleting people to make it show too.
yeah. I'm watching you.
He said, he trying to make. He said, all I see is girls with my.
Yeah, yeah. What's that about? You know, but I digress. I digress.
Pride is a double-edged sword. Also, wait, pride? What? It's
No,
good
it's
pride.
not.
That's what I was
No,
wondering.
pride
You
is
got
you
me on
right.
that one. Let
Yeah, yeah, it's you right, and that's it.
me
You
see,
never wrong
pride.
with pride.
Because you can't check a person that's prideful. I'm trying to think. Double-edged.
Pride.
Well, hmm.
There's no growth for pride. You just think you just shiz it.
Because isn't it like, I guess he talking about like what to motivate you? Let me see. Because I know that's
You
like
can be thinking
almost
about
tied to
that.
arrogance, right? Arrogance. I heard
Mm-hmm.
people can use arrogance to. There is only one mod. The rest are extras.
Ooh, burn,
She came in
burn.
with the. She said, "I'm the seniority one." She took us.
Yeah. She
Oh
did the
my!
diva. What's that?
If someone
She
challenged
got the
you,
belt
your
on her
pride
right.
can make you respond like respond like in a fight. Yeah, that's what it is. That's a bad thing though. That's what I'm saying. You trying to fight
Hey,
somebody? So,
hey, hey.
Get ready to get
Now the
prideful up
ego, the
in
ego
her.
be like, you know what? I think I'm too good for this shit. I got better things to do. The ego get you out of that situation depending on the ego. But my ego be like, I'm too good for this. Nah, chill, I'm out. I got better things to do. But my pride now feel like, yo, what? Who you talking to? I'll break you up in
Yeah,
front of
yeah.
everybody in here. You stupid?
Let me see. I'm trying to think. So hold up. I'm making thinking. So does pride give you that mentality of not backing down,
Right.
basically, right?
Always
So
right.
mm, I think I'm trying to get what he meaning now. I think I kind of trying to, cause it. I think I get it
All right,
though.
let's do this. Would pride back down in a fight? No.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't.
Agreed.
So
It
it
would?
wouldn't.
I looked it
How?
up and I just want to say that what I found is that ego is one's feelings about his or
Hmm.
her own self, and
Hmm.
pride is an emotion which is a result of one's achievements, etc.
Hmm.
So
Well,
they both can be a beast.
okay. I like how she said it.
Ego can be arrogance,
Both
and
of them. Yeah.
pride usually leads to self satisfaction and sometimes motivation. So it sounded like to me y'all had them reversed. I could be wrong.
Mm. I thought pride was the center of what make ego. That's what I thought it was. Because I think pride isn't that the more of the wait? Isn't pride the emotion? I thought, or
Yes,
the
it is.
right? That's what I thought.
Mhm.
And ego is just like I don't even
Yeah,
know what
part
that
of your
is. Is that a
character. It's
what is
like
that?
part of your
What is
character.
It's
that?
how you think
Okay, how you think? Okay,
or
okay. So ego
feel
is how you
about
think. Okay,
yourself. Mhm.
okay, okay. So it's how you think. Okay, okay, okay. All right, all right. So that's what it is. I feel like okay, that's what it is. Pride got to be a side ego, but I think ego can have other stuff too. Why you can switch it up. Why it can be double-edged sword, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
because it makes stubbornness. It makes
Well, we got that. Is pride a double-edged sword? Is the question. I
Well,
don't
uh
think pride
let
is a
me
I
read
double-edged
you a
sword.
few things about them. We already did the feelings and the emotions.
mm-hmm,
So ego is a result of results in arrogance most of the time. Pride leads to self satisfaction. Ego arises solely because of one's own self. Pride could arise due to own self or somebody else. I
mm-hmm,
think they're kind of gray. There's a gray line. They
mm-hmm,
sound like if someone
Almost.
riles you up, you
mm-hmm,
can take a stance because they hurt something about yourself, which is ego, or they hurt something about your whole life, which is pride.
mm-hmm. I
Yeah, it's
get
kind
you.
of
I
like a
get.
standard too. Pride is like a standard. Like you're proud because pride and proud. Those are they.
I guess. Guess it's the thing, 'cause, like, every emotion, right? It can be good and bad to all of them, right? The more I think about it, because like yeah, it is good to stand your ground depending on the situation, right? But then you got to also choose when to back down or humble yourself, right? Which is the opposite.
Yes.
So it's like I get it though, because sometimes you might have to use that type of mentality or ego. That's where you're gonna get to, right? You got to use your ego to get out of certain situations, to do the reverse. You know what I'm saying? So.
And this
But
Or
is
that,
to
what's
stand up for
different with
but
what
saying,
you know what I'm saying, what you know, right?
yes.
when is prideful beneficial in a positive setting? Because I'm trying to think. When did pride ever you know come
Mm.
out positive in a situation when using
Right.
pride?
What it's basically like kind of big thing with pride and I'm about to make stubbornness with pride. I guess that's two different things. Dang, you got me on that one.
Yeah, because I'm like, if I go into a situation with prideful, I don't think it's gonna be very
'Cause that's
like
so close
powerful.
to arrogance, right?
It
I could be
is,
wrong.
but this is what difference was saying. Is it different or difference?
Different.
Different.
Okay, you have to excuse me because Kev knows I had eye surgery and I be up here trying to read and
You
sometimes I mess up. So for this example, it says sometimes pride makes others feel motivated about something,
Hmm.
and pride arises as a result of achievement or success. And I think that's what you were talking about, D, in terms of you're proud of something.
Hmm. Okay. And then well, like it can go up a level, and that's when it become like. So what's the okay? So ego. What is? Hmm. Hmm.
Mm, mm, gets deep.
But I think it gets too. I guess it wouldn't get too far. It turn to like arrogance, right? I think because you say you can use it for motivation, right?
Yes. And ego is
You
the one that it says results in arrogance most of the
Okay,
time.
that's what it is. So that's okay. So ego is the thing where like basically too much pride, right? You know what I'm saying? That,
Yes.
Okay, we getting somewhere.
Oh, and this is interesting. Ego prevents individuals from apologizing, appreciating from others, and making new friends. That ego
Mm.
is awful.
I heard, well, prideful, right? A prideful person, that's a real bad thing too. I think it's
Yes.
different from pride, right? Because they say a prideful person can't keep friends. They said that one already, and it's
Yes.
deep rooted with an insecurity too. The reason why they like that.
I
So I
bet
think,
you both of them are. Oh, hey, poet.
I think
hey,
so too.
Know it,
I think
and she
so
know it.
too.
I think everything when it's not in balance is going to be perceived bad, right? Because anything that is not in balance is going to be not good, right? It's going to be overwhelming. Even happiness is overwhelming when it's not in
Right,
balance.
right.
So pride and ego work together in that the more you accomplish, the more you have pride about, it does feed your ego, right?
Mm.
That's different from arrogance. Arrogance is the idea, right? Nothing has been proven. You just think you're great because you're great. Or the things that you think you're great about are not really your own accomplishments, right? That's more arrogance. Arrogance is more puffed up with air, so to speak. Whereas ego would be based off of who you know yourself to be by the way of your accomplishments. And like Gigi said, your accomplishments will be um,
To
fed by
whatever
other
they want.
people, right? Like other people say you're great.
Yes.
Other people have seen you run the race. You know what I'm
Yes.
Right.
saying? So you can take pride in those things. It's not just an idea in your head that I'm great because I am who I am, right? That's where the arrogance plays a part.
Wouldn't that be confidence?
Ooh.
Well, confidence comes from knowing, right? Confidence
Hmm.
comes from having the experience,
Hmm.
right? So if you fix cars before, you're pretty confident that you can fix this
Confident, yeah,
car,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Okay,
That way,
shit.
even if
You
a
can
person
be
boosts you up, you
over.
be like, "Yeah, thank you." You know what I'm saying? Instead of like,
Right.
"Y'all
And
already
then
knew that."
somebody
You know what
comes
I'm
along
saying?
and says, he fixed my car and he fixed my cousin's car, right?
Hmm.
Then you like, yeah, you get some pride about what it is you do, right? And the more people come
Mm,
along and attest to you fixing cars, it might inflate your ego. But it
it
all is
will.
based on something, right?
And you
It's
can
not
be
just
overconfident. I'm sorry.
Right.
Just
That
to
you
add.
can fix the bins, but you may not know how to fix a BMW. However, you feel very confident that you can.
Hmm.
And so that's
right.
overconfidence.
Then get humbled real quick.
So and
Yeah.
that's the right, and that's the point, right? You're overconfident, so you think now you can fix anything,
Any
right?
car.
So now
Hmm.
you're headed towards arrogance. But you know what's
Yeah.
going to kill the arrogance? When you can't do it and you realize I have to go get some more information, right? But that's when intelligence kicks in. That's when awareness kicks in. That's when, hey, I need to go back to school and learn this. Then you can get back on track to what we would call pride and ego when it's right. But if you keep going too far out in that arrogance, then you'll start thinking, well, something wrong with all these BMWs. That's why I can't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
And that's where it
Right.
creates a
It's
problem. Like,
everybody
no,
but the
sir.
person. It's the
Right,
BMWs. It
right.
ain't me.
Yeah. And you
Exactly.
have people riding around in danger.
Right, right.
Ain't no way it could be me. You know what I'm saying?
And
That's
now
funny.
it's
Right?
not about your
Okay,
accomplishment.
which brings me
Now
full
it's about the
circle.
attention. Because guess what? You just like the fact that people are saying that you fixed all these cars. It don't
Yep.
matter that they don't work.
Right,
Right?
right.
So
Which
now you're
brings
That's
me
the
just
full
arrogant
circle,
and puffed
cuz.
up because of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which brings us full circle when you was like, these people with degrees get into their emotions. I was gonna say, because it's it's bred and indoctrinated in us that it's good versus evil. And
Mm,
because we look at the world on some good versus evil tip, this is why we have segregation, because it's
mm,
balanced. It's good and evil. They have to live in harmony. It has to be one. It has to be yin and yang. That's why you see, even in the strips of it, there's a white dot and a black dot in each strip. Because it has to be. They have to coexist. They have to coexist. You can't even know that they're in heaven without knowing what hell feels like.
right.
How do you know that they're in heaven if you never, how do you know what a cut feels like or how to heal from a cut if you've never been cut?
Mm-hmm. Right.
See what I'm saying? So you have to have both to have balance. But I didn't want to go down that road
I
from
feel
jump.
you.
I just wanted to be like, you know what? But
No,
yeah,
but that's
that's my
valid.
theory.
That's balance,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
valid because if you ask someone who is prideful about what they've done, they can tell you, well, I did this and I did that. I may have gone to school or watched my daddy, and I can explain to you how I got here, right? How I won this many races, how I fixed this many cars. When you ask someone arrogant, they have nothing.
I think
Well, why you want to argue with me? I know me.
I think
You don't know what's on my resume?
prideful the same thing as arrogance though. Pride is different. Pride and prideful two different things. I had looked that up a while ago though. I think prideful is literally arrogance. That's what that is though. Because they literally said a prideful person, well, same thing, whatever. They said a prideful person cannot keep friends. That's what they said. That's the first thing it say on there.
Well,
And it said they got
prideful
an insecurity about themselves.
for me, when you say prideful, that lends to too much pride because
Yeah,
nobody is going
too
to be
much pride.
categorized by pride, right? It's going to be other characteristics like you are a great mechanic, right? They're not going to say he's prideful. They're going to say he's a great mechanic. So anytime
Mm-hmm.
somebody is saying you're prideful, they're saying that you have too much pride, which means that they view you as having an imbalance.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I wanted to say
See, there you go. The pushback.
when I was prideful in my own life, maybe more so than now, it's when I hadn't finished college and I worked in a university and I never wanted anyone to think or realize I hadn't finished yet. So I knew everything. I learned a lot on my own, but no one in the world can know everything. So when you're prideful, you can also have a certain amount of
I might.
ignorance because you think you know everything and always be trying to prove yourself to everyone is futile. But
Mm-hmm.
it came from pride.
Yeah. I'm looking at it now. It say prideful means having an excessively high opinion of oneself.
To the
Opinion,
point of
dang.
being unrealistic, huh?
Right.
It's realistic. It's realistic. Like I said, I think that's like I said, going back full circle. If we stop looking at it as good versus evil, and there's no separation because there's good and evil within all of us. So
Oh,
you
here,
can't say, oh, he's evil, he's bad. There's no way you can do that anymore.
here you go. I got. It say so it looked up. Are prideful people narcissistic? Right. It said feeling
Ooh,
of authentic pride are related to having high self-esteem, while hubristic pride is related to narcissistic traits like entitlement, arrogance, and egotism.
Hmm.
Yeah, them all. I guess all three of them things is dang. So it's like they got different levels. One of them narcissistic, one of them arrogant. One of them, they like the.
But
Oh
like
my,
Howard was saying, they all seem to tie in
they
together at
do.
some point.
Yep.
It's a fine line.
Well, yeah, and they all can be necessary for a time, right? But nobody is nothing always. So that's why I don't do the labels. I don't do the good, the bad, because
Yeah.
it just depends on how you use it, right? And if you're talking about people, then it depends on where you meet them in the circumstances. But that's why I say I think those labels is what's causing the confusion. If you say, "Oh, people are triggered by certain
What the,
words."
I look
That
back
was a
and say
very
there, yeah,
big
beat up.
hat.
He on that bull, man. Thanks.
If you say that, oh, okay, emotions are bad, I don't think that that's going to lead to a good understanding of how to navigate the world, right? Because emotions are often involuntary. So, how is something that is involuntary going to be bad? I
Okay.
didn't make me.
See, I couldn't use good and bad because once we
Right.
start using good and bad, we go into the segregation. My understanding is everything is positive and negative because you can do something negative and still get positive results. So even though that our emotions are negative, doesn't mean that we can't get positive stuff out of those negative emotions.
How do
It
Mm.
you
doesn't.
mean?
Give me an example, please.
Uh,
Oh yeah, y'all
Yeah.
talk to the right one. Gigi will test you.
What's a negative
She don't let
emotion?
nothing slide. I done got told a few times. She
all
won't
of
let
them.
me say anything.
All of them are negative. All of them.
All emotions are negative?
All of them.
Okay.
Oh no, I can't agree with that.
I
We
guess
have
if you
to.
look at if you overdoing all, if you don't got no balance, it probably can.
Okay. All right. I'll give
Two.
you. I'll give you a good example. Okay. If you're down and you don't have any answers, or you, I don't know how to say it, but if you're down, 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 your emotions is not what pulls you off that cliff. What pulls you off the cliff is your logics. Your mind starts to give you reasons to not jump, but it's your
Mm.
emotions that tell you to jump every time. No one loves you. You're alone. Your emotions keeps pushing you more and more to the edge. It's your logics that keeps you away. And that's one good example of how emotions are the bad side of us. It's our logics that have to make sense out of these emotions. And if we
So
don't
that
make sense out of these emotions, chaos.
Now I will agree with you, and that's a good example of balance, right? And where it's needed. But happiness is also an emotion. You said all of them are bad.
I love them. I love when
I
people
literally just made a
I
concept
love when
about
people
happiness.
do that.
That's
I
dangerous
love,
too.
yes, because there's people, they're called natural born unalivers. And they find happiness in unaliving human beings. But we as
Right.
human beings tell them that they're wrong, but they're naturally born this way.
There's a bunch of
Okay,
stuff though. Like people
but
get
hold on,
happiness off of
because murder.
that good stuff, them doing lines and stuff, and happiness. I mean, happiness is. That's why I say that's not a. I
There,
literally made a post about that. Like that is not a good thing for sure though. You can't
there,
can't
there's
live off
nothing
that. You gotta.
there's
And
nothing
I'm glad you
natural
said that
about.
because people get happiness off of glue.
Hold on, there's
Glue
nothing
makes some people
natural.
happy.
There's nothing natural about a murderer.
Mm,
So let's just talk about regular,
Uh-oh, uh-oh,
everyday
uh-oh,
people emotions.
uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Here we go. I love it. There's nothing natural about an unaliver. Is this your argument?
Yeah.
Okay. What don't we unalive? I'll wait.
What do you mean? We're
I
talking
think
about
he's
emotions.
saying we unalive things like cows so we can have beef.
Everything.
Okay,
Everything. We
ants,
unalive the
that's it.
ozone
Hold
layer.
on.
We
Hold
unalive
on.
the
plants.
air we breathe. We
Hold on.
unalive.
Are we talking about unalivers or are we talking about emotions?
I'm confused because I just said that's what drives us to that. Logics,
But
logics would naturally see. You said logic would naturally tell us unaliving is not. It doesn't make sense. But emotions now is what say. Well, that's your opinion because one of the things that I say, okay, how is hunting deer? How is hunting deer legal? How is that religious? How is that even? Why are we hunting?
Now I'm
For
trying
what?
to understand where you're coming from,
And,
but you left
and,
me
and I
at
show you because
emotions.
emotionally,
Hold on.
that's
You
how
said
they.
emotions was bad,
Wait.
but
I'm gonna explain
hold
it to you.
on. You said emotions were bad, but you used the emotions of an unaliver. So I'm asking you to give me a better example of where emotions are bad.
I was just going down the road. I used
Okay.
deers. I used deers. That man feels that unaliving deers is in his right.
That was
How?
the happy emotion you was talking
He
about.
took your bro. He's
The
Yeah,
happy.
two
He's
emotions,
happy.
I get both of them you use. You said that it pushed
again,
you off the edge.
where
That's the first time you said emotions was bad because if you don't use your mind, you won't talk yourself off of not jumping off the ledge, right? You know what I'm saying? So I understand on that part too, and what you were saying about people who find happiness out of the craziest things and stuff or whatever. So I understood both of them
Well,
actually.
I want to address something as well. And did I interrupt you from your thought or your sentence, Kev? I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay. So going back to the cliff, you can also feel good enough about yourself where you don't go to the edge of the cliff, that you're content where you are staying a healthy distance from it. And so happiness is subjective, it's what each person feels inside. You can also have a mind that is not functioning properly, where you are clinically depressed and you walk towards the cliff and go over. So I think happiness can save you as well as emotions can sometimes send you over the edge. No pun intended.
Hmm. So hold up. So what are you doing at the edge of the thing anyways if you happy? Why you at the
Well,
edge of a
that's what
cliff?
I said. When I
well I
started, I said it your feeling, your positive feelings of self, which I'm considering happy, will say, I'm staying out of danger. I'm not going to the end of that cliff
Okay,
because
I
I
got you.
may hurt myself. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm not trying to do today.
Yeah.
so
I get what you're saying on
how
that. You
is
wouldn't
that
even started it probably. You probably wouldn't have started going towards a cliff. I
Right.
think what you
Yeah.
I'm just still trying to understand how all emotions are bad. I'm stuck there.
Baby Kevin Hart said, "Hi." On
You're
which
stuck.
part?
You're stuck. You know why she's stuck? I'm gonna tell you why you stuck there. Because your emotions. When you think about it, when you think about it, matter of fact, I like to say they're subjective, depending on the subject, depending on the situation. But I don't. For me to make sense out of the whole pie, I had to divide it into, okay, if logics is the positive side, what's the negative side of humanity? We have to be balanced. There's got to be a balance to logic. What is the opposite of logic? Emotion.
Isn't
Emotion is
it
the chaos that
illogic?
creates life. If me and you are in a whole logical world, it'd just be logics. It's our emotions that causes perspective. It's what, oh, I feel. Now you're looking at it differently because of your feelings. And that's the chaos that creates life. Because if it's logical, it's logical. We're going to see it all the same way because it's logical.
But
Our
different.
feelings make things different.
Aren't we using semantics sometimes when we say, I feel this? Just like if I say, I think, I know, I believe. Feelings, using that word to describe something is just another way of expressing what's on your mind.
Wait, not feelings, emotions. Our feelings
Emotion.
is what I
Okay.
feel. My emotions is negative.
Okay. I don't.
So someone said, "Oh, okay." So there are no positive emotions, is what I'm trying to understand.
Correct.
Do you have kids,
Okay,
your
Oh,
friend?
I'm done. I'm not trying to convince anybody, but that we can just agree to disagree.
I'm not trying to convince anybody either. I just had to make sense out of it and then put a balance to
I
everything.
get
So
it.
that was the balance. And then I
I
said,
get it.
okay, this is
dog.
why we have to handle things. You can have a
I get it. If that
I
worked
was
for
froze this
him,
whole time. That's crazy. I just
he
realized
did
I'm
for a
like
little bit.
nobody was talking back. My joke was
If
I was
that
talking all
works
that
for
time.
him, that's great. I just don't see it that way, and that's fine.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
Different
My
was
joke.
just reiterating that emotions all are negative, and we have to have a balance to logic.
You got to.
Right,
So
You
but
got to use your
different.
negative
mind to control your
emotions
emotions.
produce
That's
emotions. Yeah.
What's your life philosophy different? What's your foundation where you stand with how you see life?
stand on God. God is positive. God is the compass of you must do something positive to get something positive in order to get something positive. That's the compass. Because you can do something negative and still get positive results out of it. So if if we are when people say we are the universe, so then we are chaos. Out of that chaos, the universe, we resemble the universe, we get life, we get beauty, we get positivity, we get rainbows, we get so much beauty out of that chaos. That's the definition of life right there. We are destruction. We are everything negative, and we have to turn it into positive and then do another positive to another.
So I wonder if we could bring it back full circle. If you can get something positive out of negative, then emotions must have some positivity
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yes,
We can't see that
you can,
head. It's blurry.
like you just said, um, like you just said, you can be very happy unaliving someone.
which
That's
one
But
y'all
how do
said
you
positive.
come
know
first?
I'll
that?
give you a good
How
Y'all
example.
said
how do you
emotions
Wait,
know
come
wait, I'll
that?
give
first.
you a
Or
good example. I'll give you a good example. Hold on, I'll give you a good
But
example.
I
When a
don't agree
lion's
that that's
eating a man,
happiness.
when a
That's
lion's
not
eating a
happiness.
man, wait a minute. When a lion's eating a man, do you think that's a negative situation? Or who's it
It's
negative for?
survive when he's eating a man or another lion or another animal.
If a lion is eating a man, is the lion being negative?
What do
First
we
of
know about
all,
a
when
lion's
have you ever
emotions?
Okay.
seen a lion eat a man? I know that
And what
they
do we
will
know about their
unalive them,
emotions?
but when have you ever watched a show or been to the safari where you've seen that? I've seen them eat a wildebeest for survival, but a man. So I'm not getting what you're equating, what you're saying.
Right.
I think what he's saying out of there, he's saying one of them is a natural reaction. I guess because I understand what he's talking about. 'Cause my cousin be like that too, like what is wrong and what is right and all that stuff, and the difference and the subjective, and you know what I'm saying. So I guess he's saying, and according to the lion, that wouldn't be considered wrong because this is a natural reaction. You know what I'm saying, to bite a human as soon as he see it and break their neck or something.
But that's an
What you doing in
animal.
my turf?
I mean, we're talking about people, and he has mentioned unalivers and animals to explain people, and that's where I get lost.
Oh, I thought he was talking about happiness, how it varies, how it can't happiness can be bad too.
Yeah, but
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 he used an unaliver for that,
I
and
and
now
think
he's
what,
talking
even
about it
yeah,
an animal. So I
even
yeah,
can't
different, I hope
follow.
cannot say he knows for sure that an unaliver receives happiness. The only way you can know that is if you've experienced that. So I'm hoping he can't say that he's experienced it. And if he hasn't experienced it, how does he know?
no.
Well, that's another live, Gigi.
If,
That's another live. You trying to
That's
unpack some
off
stuff?
live.
yeah,
Like he want to snitch on himself.
let's carry on.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
actually,
way
I
too
did.
deep
You
for
know, what
me.
I'm saying, man, that's when the emotions start working after that. I told you emotions was bad.
Oh,
Made me tell on myself. It's
you need
like
to
that,
get his
but
My
address.
thing is this: if we are going to learn to navigate the world, then we must consider people. I can't learn to navigate my world if I consider the feelings of animals. I have no information on the feelings of animals, right? So I just wanted an example of how emotions, or even like I said, a logical person. I don't think an aliver is a logical person, and I would argue that what they receive by unaliving people is not actually happiness. But that's just me.
You
Maybe people
just you
think that
just
it's
proved
great.
this part even more. If he not logical, that means he was straight emotions.
Huh?
That mean it's bad. It's like, no, I'm talking.
Who, an unaliver? They might
Yeah.
be. But again,
They running straight off emotions,
that's
right?
the
When you
conversation.
running straight off
So,
emotion, that is a horrible thing. You got to use your mind sometimes to get out of a situation.
well, if you read up on them and you listen to interviews and documentaries, you will find out that there's some real emotional damage going on there when people unalive people.
Yeah, most
So
definitely.
there's no logic in that. So that's an
No logic.
imbalance. I can't use that to navigate my world. So
Right.
I'm trying to find an understanding. I'm trying to understand where he's coming from with, what we deem to be logical examples.
That's why I also
Give
asked
Which
you
his philosophy in life.
great example. I
Yeah.
give you a great example that could probably help you um, step closer. Shutter Island with DiCaprio. Watch Shutter Island with DiCaprio, and it'll bring you more closer to my understanding. Or Split.
So
But
those are
that's
both movies.
sensationalized television.
Right. Those are movies that are derived from some truth. But we'd have to point out the truth for me to use that and apply it to my real life. You see what I mean? I can't keep
what's the
everything
what y'all trying
extreme
to get? What's the
or space
answer? I'm
wise.
trying to see what we trying to get.
Yeah, I seen them too. Well, he was saying that all emotions are bad, but all of the
Okay.
examples that he's given us are the ones that I
Before
can't
y'all
relate to.
before y'all debunk something, Shutter Island is a movie, but it's about the mental insane. It's based off of mental insane people. It's just a spin off of how one person with with that kind of I don't want to speak to with
No,
that
I get it. I've seen both.
disability. How they get to that disability and what they go through with that disability. So before y'all just go debunking, it's just a movie. Some movies are there to depict what people go through, but they put it in a movie setting because if how can they do it in real life? Like what I mean? Like what? Oh, let's go to the side and document somebody. Like what?
Well, I'm not debunking it, but I hope you do understand that the purpose of making millions of dollars from the movies are to sensationalize them to get people to go and watch them. So a lot of things are exaggerated.
And not only that, they do derive from some truth. I said that. Like, those are real conditions for people, right? Like she said, much are exaggerated. However, if we're going to set our expectations of life, I cannot use those examples because I am a logical, healthy person. So if you have an idea about emotions, right, I want to hear it, but it has to be an
He's trying to
example
get
I
back
can
to all the
relate to.
emotions again. Negative. I
Right. It has to be an
I
example I
think
can
I can.
relate to.
It's like a little bit. I could get them a little bit. I think I do get them because it's like all. I feel like any of them, if you don't control them right, or if you don't balance them, they can all make you make the wrong decision. Like even too much love, you make the wrong decisions if you don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? Or too much happiness, too much anything. Let me see. Can you have too much peace? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you better get lazy after that. I don't know. But
You
I'm
can have
trying to.
too much
I'm
peace.
trying to think how
Yes, you can have too much peace. Yes,
too
you
much
can
peace.
have too much peace.
Well, too
Right, then
much
you
of
wouldn't
anything.
be open for the real world after that. Like I'm
We
good and you
know
do
that
nothing to me. Bah! Like
Ev,
that.
let
too
me
much
ask
of
you
anything is
this.
dangerous. We know that. But that doesn't make it bad, right?
Yeah, I
Water
get
is
you.
not bad. But if you drink too much water
Too
without
much of
going
it,
to the
yeah.
bathroom, we understand, right? That you could pass away. This has happened, right? So
I
emotions,
get you.
right? I just, I'm trying to understand.
So you're saying
And
emotions like
the
love.
reason why you don't want to understand is because you're losing the focus of balance. What balances logic? It has. You give me the understanding of what balances of the world. Because if logic is positive, what's the negative? I'll wait.
I don't know. Is
That's
logic
your
positive?
idea. I'm not saying that logic is possible. We're waiting positive. We're waiting for you to tell us why you think it is. That's your idea. That's not ours. I don't label it as positive.
That's the world. I'm sorry, sweetheart. The world goes off of logics. Excuse me?
I'm not denying that, but I'm not
So
saying
what
that
do you
logic
mean
is
that's not
positive.
positive?
I
So what
thought
do
I'm
it.
you
not
mean that's not?
saying.
What the world go of feelings?
You said that's
I
your
am not
idea. No,
saying
logic
I
is
that
think you're
logic.
definitely
getting
positive.
a bit
It's definitely
emotional
positive.
different. You sound emotional to me.
GG.
I know I'm bad, but different. Let me ask you something. If you do you like relationships? You have intimate relationships with people in your life. So if you're listening, how do you express that? How do you express positive emotion with people that you, I guess, love and care about? If that's not negative.
Have to come back. Sorry.
So what is the answers we trying to get though? What the?
He said he had to come back.
Uh, so what
He
we trying to
probably
get
had
to? I
something
was trying
going
to get
on.
to. So all right, we was on the negative of the emotion. I thought I was getting it at first. I think I don't know.
I think what is funny is that people who demonize
Show them
emotions
that you
get
love them.
emotional when
Words
they
mean
can't
nothing. What's the
when they
deal?
can't explain why they feel that way. That is the part that throws me every time.
Mm-hmm.
We
So
can't buy
what we
into
were
what you're
trying,
saying if you can't explain it, right? So you have to just think about it, right? Get your thoughts together before you just throw something out there. That's all I'm saying.
and you asked Kev, what were we getting at? Just wanted to know how all emotions are negative.
Oh, okay, I get you. I tried to
Right.
make, but y'all done said after y'all done said a couple of other things. I said never mind. I said never mind after that because
Because you have a certain amount of
I was
logical
saying the
balance.
reason why I was
That's
saying
why.
it because I was thinking about after y'all explained the other part. I was saying well any emotion if it was too much, but then you said too much water stuff, so I didn't think about that stuff. So yeah, you're right about that. That's the only
I
reason
think
why I
that
thought about
But
that.
even if too much love is too much, does it start out negative? It,
right. And that's what he was saying. It's all negative.
from the jump, from the
Right.
time you jump off the cliff, that sounds like mental illness to me.
And that's why his examples led to
That's why it's
a
illness
mental
because the
illness of the
emotions
spirit,
taking
right?
over after that. It's just straight
Unalive,
emotion from that point.
right? We went through unaliving people. Then we talked about animals eating people, right? So that, I,
Real quick, because like it's like how this whole conversation started. Like you could have a whole degree talking about logics, and then when the emotions kick in, it's a whole different conversation. So the title actually explains what I'm talking about.
Gigi, you good?
They trying to get back
I'm
to the deer again.
scared.
Not scared. She's scared.
Listen, everybody can't preach to me. Everybody can't pray for me. Everybody can't make my food. Everybody can't eat.
I make you laugh.
Yes. Oh, a lot of people can make me laugh. Yes.
Yo,
Yeah.
bro, yo, Kevin, I love you, Kevin. Kevin, I really love you. I swear to God, I love you.
Yeah. Because people get tripped
That's
over
it.
me saying people make me laugh. Like that makes me laugh. Because they don't understand that it's just a statement. That's funny to me. That is
Did
funny to
we
me
make
that
him
people
leave?
right. Thank you, Eugene. We made him leave and made him come back and made him leave again. And
Oh
then he do
my,
that
that
on his
was funny.
own.
It's so funny because it's an insider.
No, I was
Can you?
here. I heard y'all
I was
saying that.
here too.
I
Right.
know,
It ain't that much of an insider.
I
It's
know.
not.
Hey,
It's just
Kev,
so funny because how I started though, because we was like, no, nobody can't make you do anything. He's
That's
like, how
still
can you
something.
make somebody mad, but you can't make somebody positive? That was funny. Like, hold up, you're right.
I wanted to ask you two things. Can you please bring baby Kevin Hart up at some point so he could get what he wants
He
to get
said
out
he's
about this
scared.
deer?
He was the first one in here. He said he's scared. He might be cooking or something. Oh, there you go. Oh, he just needed Gigi's voice, man. You could have been, me and you could have been chopping it up or something, man. You been here on the whole time and stuff, man.
Man, I had to stay in the comments because I was trying to get the logic of what he was saying, about, the
About
emotion
life.
part. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because I read, and from what I read, the emotions, you have five different emotions. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
have your good emotions and you have your bad emotions. I mean, and I was stuck on the deer part. I'm just sorry. You know what I mean? I was stuck on the deer. He didn't ever explain the deer part. So I'm trying to figure out how the deer tie into the emotions.
I feel like emotions is neutral, man. I think it's bad. I just think it's.
Well, I mean,
I think it depends on how you use them. Because anger can be decent, depending on as long as it don't turn to rage. Jealousy. Wait,
Well,
is
I
that an
think
emotion?
the thing is, you got emotions and you have actions, right? You got feelings,
mhm.
you got emotions, and you have actions. Those are not synonymous. And these are the understandings that's being lost in these conversations. So people say, oh, they don't want nothing to do with emotions because they don't understand that that's not all the same thing you're dealing with there.
Hey,
Okay, so
before
just
we get
because
too
I
deep, let
have,
me let y'all know that emotions come first. I hear y'all saying it backwards a lot. Emotions come first, then it's feelings.
Okay.
I think Keith said emotions. Oh, he said, did you say emotions come from feelings?
He said, yeah, he said feelings come from emotions. I think he said, no, he said, I don't know what I forget what it was, but
well,
that's what I was showing you. That's what I was showing you on the thing. Cause I think when he typed that, I put down, I looked up which one come first, which I thought I looked up a while ago. They say emotions come first. Cause we think about emote, you know what I'm saying? When you emote, it seems like that's the action, right? But I think
Hmm.
emotions, they say emotions first, feelings is second, and then maybe I don't know what's after that. The action or the emote when you emote or something like that. I don't know. What the heck? What is emote? Is that the same thing as emotion? I don't think they're the same thing.
well, the validity of the order of those two is not really what I'm dealing with. I'm just saying it's not all synonymous, right? For understanding, a
I
lot
just
of
want to be
people.
right. Let me just be right real quick. Dang.
You're right, Kev. You're right. You got
There
this.
we go. We double
I
right
love
now.
it.
Sorry, not
I
talking
just
to.
got here. What am I talking about? The thing is, people think that just because people have an emotion, they have to act on it. Like, we
Hmm.
understand that we don't have to act on emotions, but when we are unaware of how space or a word or an environment affects us when it's new, right? We might react. But once we learn, then we adjust, right?
Hmm.
When we are aware of ourselves. So
Right.
I don't have to demonize my emotions and try to lock them up because that's
Hmm.
hard. This is why there's acting classes, right?
Yeah.
Because they can be suppressed, but it's hard to manipulate emotions, right?
Hmm.
So when I learn me, then I can navigate the world. I can never navigate something I'm trying to get rid of that I actually need because I have to be able to
My
feel.
boy BBO in the building.
If someone surprises me with a birthday party, I don't want to stand there and be stoic because I'm trying to control my emotions, right?
You got to
I
pick
want
and
to be able to
choose.
be free. No, I want to be able to be free. I want to be affected by
There's a
the
difference
people
between a
around
woman
me.
and a male.
That may be true, right? Not so much for men,
That's
but
kind.
I need to be affected by the world around me. And to that point, I need my man to have an effect on me, right?
So
If
you
he's
said if you
touching me a
mad, you got to
certain
show you
way,
mad.
if he's touching me a certain way, yes, if he makes me mad, I think
He
it's
made
natural.
you mad. Oh my god. Where's different at when I need him?
Wow, Kev. I think it's natural for us to respond to one another when it's appropriate and when it's healthy. So I'm never going to let anybody tell me that emotions are bad or demonize the fact that I
No, it
feel
ain't bad. I
something.
said neutral. I'm
Even
gonna stick with neutral.
But
even in a
doesn't that make
conversation.
us human? And isn't it one more elevation above other species that makes us intelligent?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what makes a difference too? From a kid and a, you know what I'm saying, and an adult, we control them, you know what I'm saying? We don't cry when we need to feel like we need to cry, you know what I'm saying? We just choose to cry, you know. It's that time I need to cry. I'm about to be crying because I'm stuck in the line and I can't
But
get my ticket at the Secretary of State. You know what I'm saying? As sad as you want to feel. You know, you gotta, anybody stomp my feet.
you do logic is important, right? And then you have things that are just appropriate and not appropriate. And that's how we learn and we grow.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah, because even though I'm a woman, I'm not an easy crier.
There we go.
Right. Right.
Right.
He said emotions do come first. Okay.
He gonna look it up behind me like I lied or
Okay.
something.
So I wish
Hey, that's some
different
stuff
was.
I do too. I ain't gonna lie.
All right.
I
You
well, I
know,
kind of sort of wish different was back. Maybe he's listening,
Right, where
but
he at, man? He was
I
making it
want
fun
to
up here.
know his philosophy. Does his thoughts on emotions being all bad come from trauma?
I think he might
Um,
change it. I think he might change it. Hopefully. That do
okay,
sound like, I mean, I get you on that though.
BK, can you verbalize that? Are you in a space where you can verbalize that?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Sleepy.
Oh, I know. I was writing the key, but yeah, what I was reading, and I listen to people, and I look, and I do fact checks, man. I mean, I look at the different ones, but what are the five positive emotions and five negative emotions? Think of
Okay.
happiness. Think of happiness, joy, interest, excitement, gratitude, and love. These are positive emotions. Feel good. Negative emotions like sadness, anger, loneliness, jealousy, self-criticism, fear, and rejection. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Those are the ones that are those are the negative ones that everybody experiences.
Right.
But you say support. It's hard to drown those deep
Mm-hmm.
down inside
Mm-hmm.
without feeling some type of weight. It's can you can pin it down, but you can't pin it down for so long
Right.
before it explodes out. So it's
Mm-hmm.
good to have all these emotions. It's good to have them. I mean, good and bad.
Yeah, balance.
What
They
makes you
tell us,
balanced?
well, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You good?
They
I'm
tell us
done.
where we are, right? If
Yes.
I'm in space and I don't feel anything, I may get ran over by a train,
Hmm.
physically or verbally,
Right.
right? So I have to be able to allow myself to feel, and I think that this is
Dude,
part of the
Xander down
problem
there, freaky in the
because
mud. What the heck? Gotta lick the plate and work the mic. He
part of
get
the
his own
problem
zone
that
down.
we're dealing with mental health right now is that we've been told how to be and
Hmm.
what is good and what
Hmm.
is bad. We were not allowed to feel in those spaces, right? So some of us grew up thinking that family is good, right?
Hmm.
No matter what, it's good. They could unalive each other, but they're good. And I think
Right.
that that was a major misconception. So now that we know better, we got to do better, right? We've got to see people and things for what they are. We've got to
Logic.
realize that even when we don't know, right? There is an energy that happens in a space. There is a feeling, there's an emotion that comes over your body that says this is not good. Before we get to logic and jumping off of a bridge, right? We have feelings and emotions that'll give us
Of
information
course.
too. And that's why I won't let anybody demonize them for me.
Right.
Because
Everybody has
sometimes,
feelings no matter what.
No matter
That's
like
the
what.
Gigi
point.
said,
It's all about
sometimes those
controlling them.
feelings, those emotions will also govern us, right? If we let them.
Right.
But
Right.
when we are unaware, then yes, sometimes we're in an emergency situation and logic has to jump in. We got to start
Of
thinking
course.
logically.
Yeah.
Like what do, right? So before that, I would much rather deal with my emotions than have to reach for logic in an emergency situation. And it happens.
How you deal with your emotions though?
What do you mean? How do I deal with them? I
You said you
allow
rather
them.
deal with your low emotions.
I allow them. I investigate
Oh, you
them.
talking about you rather express your
Right.
emotions.
I
That's what
rather
you mean?
feel them and express them. Sleepy said, what if
Okay.
I'm triggered? If you are triggered, you need to notice that you are triggered and stop,
How do you
right?
notice?
Mm-hmm.
Investigate it. You will know
How do
you're
you
triggered by
invest?
the way you feel before anything comes out of your mouth, right? You'll know by the way you feel. And then sometimes when we're that caught off guard, yeah, we might blur something out. We might curse somebody out, but the
That's
moment you are
expressing it.
aware,
Hmm.
right. The moment that you
Is
are
that
aware
good?
that you are triggered, you need to investigate it. Even
Yeah.
if I'm in Target, you know I love Target. If I go to Target and somebody rubs me the wrong way and I'm caught off guard, right? I may curse them out, right? But after I get to a
Mm.
safe space, I need to figure out why that went that way. Not what was wrong with that woman, where she came from, and why she thought she had me messed up. No, I need to figure out what was it about what she said or that interaction that I was feeling so that I can move forward. Sometimes there was nothing that I could do, right? They
Don't the
inflicted
older you
personal
get,
pain. Huh?
I said, don't the older you get, that's when you learn more how to control that, right?
Well, we
Yeah,
hope that it comes with age. We really do.
or
If
or
you've been
maturity.
learning.
yeah.
Because here's the
But
thing.
I'm sorry. I thought I was going to be able to say something, but my Frenchie is, oh, she quieted down.
Oh,
So
Hmm.
I would say when we aren't in the feelings that Baby Kevin Hart listed, happiness, joy, interest, etc., that's when
Mhm.
we can know if something is triggering us. And
Right.
again, I refer to that troll today. I can't say I was angry because I liked going back. I like going back and forth with silly people sometimes. But it makes me look silly too. I realize that. And angry and all those other
I
negative
love the
emotions.
accountability. I love it.
So
Special part.
just saying, we know we're triggered when we are the opposite of those first set of feelings listed.
Hmm.
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 There you go.
And,
There you
and
go. I like that.
and
I like
also,
that.
Sleepy, when you know you're triggered, you know what I mean. You frequently fire off at someone whenever they say something. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's one of your. That's when you know you're triggered. And
Hmm.
then you're quick to judge someone. That's your trigger. That should let you know when you judge everybody's opinion or judge everybody's situation. That's when you know you're triggered. Some things
Hmm.
you should allow things just roll off your back. When it don't apply, let it fly.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? But it takes time, just like Gigi said, you have to control your emotions, and
Control
over
that.
you start to learn how
Yeah.
to find out your triggers. Sometimes you have to get by yourself to know yourself, to
there you
know
go.
what's your triggers.
There you go. And the only way to do that is if you experience them.
Exactly. And I
So
know I experience it.
all I'm what I'm saying is this, that if the altercation in Target is someone running over my foot with a basket, I sit home
Hmm.
and I think about that, like, yeah, that's why I exploded. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
demonize myself for that. I'm human, right? But if they just looked at me funny, right? Or if they just stood in front of me, that was something
Hmm.
I probably could have controlled. So why did I act that way? This is the value of what you're feeling at the time, right? Your emotions, your feelings. Like this is how we get to accountability, Kevin.
Right.
You don't get to accountability by saying I don't have emotions and can't nobody make me do nothing.
Right.
That's illogical and it's not true.
That facts. Because somebody is something that you don't like and it triggers your emotions. I mean, you can be the strongest person in the world, but something happens, it's gonna trigger you. It might not make you over angry, but
Right.
it's gonna touch one of them, as they say, it's gonna touch one of them nerves that when you just can't hold it no more, you're gonna have to speak your oh he on mute.
They made you do it.
That made you do it.
You're on mute,
Yeah.
Kev.
Hey, I love this.
He
Like,
might be on the phone.
I love
Kev?
the dialect in this conversation. Um, I was messing with Niche from another chat that we be in when I said what are your triggers.
Hmm.
But
Uh-huh.
I definitely love like the responses. I try not to get triggered too much. We human though, so every once in a
Yeah,
while it happens.
of course.
Yes.
Now we got another chat that it was kind of like a joke, ongoing joke.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. So we got
I'm
a
I'm
couple.
caught up now.
We
Yeah,
there. We there
I
with
thought
you.
you would have caught it from the beginning, Niche, but
I was so into the conversation. But it was a perfect question too.
Yeah,
So
it
It
was.
was a
yeah.
great question for this subject matter.
But I'm gonna drop back down. You guys are amazing.
You too.
Oh, why are you dropping
oh,
down?
right.
What?
You're rushing to change your emotional state. Many
No,
people
like um.
may be allergic to tolerate strangers.
Oh
But
yeah,
I
Kev
agree
on the
with
phone.
everything that you guys said. I could have said it better myself.
I'm sorry, say the last part again.
I said I agree with everything y'all like the comment about triggering. I agree with that. I
Okay.
try to in our other chat. I try to tell somebody
Mm,
like some of the things that they say trigger them. I always play devil's advocate and try to figure out why. Sometimes I know, but sometimes you can't let everybody trigger you,
Yeah.
especially when you know.
I used to have a lot of triggers, and I was talking about it some earlier. I was very prideful because there were a lot of things I had to go without and do makeshift, and I just didn't. want anyone to know what was really going on with me. And now that we're talking about it, when you're really prideful, things can easily trigger you
Mm-hmm.
because pride can be very fragile. Not being proud, but pride.
Right.
It can
Hmm.
be very fragile, and just about anything can set you off because really a person is very insecure under a lot of
Hmm.
pridefulness.
Yes. Yep.
That's where the term foolish pride comes from.
That part.
Yo, there we go. We back. Y'all was talking that juicy stuff in here. I missed out. My bad.
Oh no, you.
Yes.
Yeah, we juicy. Yeah, we talking juicy.
Let me watch out, right? I forgot who the group I'm talking to. Let me watch what I
Okay.
say.
Yeah, juicy. They can get real juicy.
So what
Sleepy
were
man,
we
what's the
talking?
deal?
Yeah.
Man, I'm just cutting up some watermelon right now. Finna get ready to cook me some dinner.
Uh-oh. Not the
I know that
water.
sounds good.
Yeah. That's what she
What you
said.
cooking?
Nah, like I'm a manager at my job, so like I talk to people all the time about like learning how to like learning how to not respond to things at work.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not you know how not having to respond to every little thing. You know,
Exactly. Emotional control.
it be mostly younger. Well, I take that back. No, it's not. It's but yeah, like learning. I do pretty well with controlling my emotions. Like for the most part, I do control them. But we all human, like I just said earlier, and just knowing certain things about yourself first off is important.
You
Like I
know,
try not to argue with anything. So
Hmm.
because if I'm arguing, that means I'm not far from wanting to fight. So
I know that feeling.
I remember you. I just thought about that. I know your name looked familiar. You was that dude that was painting in my room. I remember that before. I've seen you. I
yeah,
remember you a while ago, man. Welcome back.
Yeah,
yeah,
Sleepy is
it's
an
been a minute.
amazing artist.
Yeah, you
Yes, he
good. I
is.
remember.
Oh, I check his profile out.
Yo,
Oh
He
yeah,
got
he
some
dope.
good.
he be.
He got some good art.
Hmm.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome, my brother. You know, we got to support our own. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Much as
Hmm.
possible. Give the
Yeah.
compliment where compliments is due.
We need it, man. We need it.
And I'm following you, Sleepy the artist.
Oh
All
yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah. Follow
I
the whole
definitely
panel.
do
They
that.
good people, man. You know, if I got them in the box, they good.
Oh yeah,
They
that's
say that.
I used to sit in the
Oh,
chat
that's
when I first hopped on TikTok and just listen to your lives all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's probably my first time seeing you. That'd be weird. A lot of people be seeing. I ain't be knowing though. They just be watching my stuff. I don't be knowing. I be going to other live like, what the heck? You know me? What the heck? I be in you. I'm like, what the? At least I know I'm getting somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for the most part, it's always positive. So
Yeah, I be trying, man. That's what I strive for. Trying to get everybody to a positive type mentality at least. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm making it out. Even though we all got negative, I'm just saying like trying to counter stuff with a negative when I'm trying to make positive route. But what if this, and that? Like, no, forget the what if. Let's just do this. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
But you know something, when you're inquisitive and you want to hear all sides of the story, sometimes you ask that just to get another view. Some people might be trying to start something, but I often ask because I want to hear like a 360 or at least a 180 view.
Yeah, I feel
Uh-oh.
you. I feel you. I
I
feel
like
you.
the
So you can.
69.
That's
I like
like
the
a
69
just a
view.
case. You said what?
I said I like the 69 view.
Here we go, man.
oh Lord,
Done started him up.
You ain't seen that view in a while, I believe.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Uh oh.
It's been a while for me too, man. That's like my
Yeah, it's been a
second
while.
favorite one. Let me stop,
Yeah.
man. Y'all got me reminiscing, man. I'm trying to wait for marriage. Come on, chill. That was a
Hey,
wonderful scene, though, man.
it
Stop,
was.
stop.
especially when it's right there on you.
Okay, he said
And
stop.
then you
Okay,
gotta
but y'all,
then you gotta race and stuff like who gonna win. I ain't giving this. Ah, let me stop. Let me stop. Let
my
me
goodness,
stop.
I am so
Back to
done.
positive energy. Come
Oh,
on, we gotta
Yeah,
chill.
yeah,
We
your
got to
world
chill.
now.
It's a race.
yeah.
That's positive energy too.
I
Boy, that
cannot.
was my. I can't
That's
wait till I get
positive
my
energy
wife. Now I'm
as
in a
well.
rush now.
Don't be in a rush, cause then
I
you'll
know I'm
choose.
talking. I know. I'm just
You
talking
know what I
junk.
mean? I
Heck,
mean, between me, I missed that sight. You know what I mean? So
man.
I'm definitely gonna take my
Just know
time.
you know when you're doing a good job.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. Especially
For
when she
real
roll
though.
out, especially when she roll out top of you and then say, I can't finish. Oh my God, never mind. Moving on.
yeah, we moving on up.
To a deluxe
No,
apartment in
y'all
the
got me in this
sky.
madness. Let me get up out of it. Let me get this energy back.
Lord,
It done brought my dang on memory lane back and stuff, man.
this is a hot
I wish I
topic.
was a virgin. I wish I was a virgin, man.
You
You
don't have any
do?
I
memories.
do. I most definitely do. That way I know I
Why?
ain't missing out on nothing. I can make the right decision at the beginning.
But let me ask you this. So, won't your thoughts take you there, your natural thoughts at some point? Like, because we're here to procreate. So, when it's time, naturally and scientifically, won't you think about maybe not that particular number, but
Right.
that whole
I
scene?
actually, yeah.
Thank you.
I think I wish I was a virgin with another virgin. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would.
Okay.
But if we talk about regrets and stuff like that, no, I don't want to take none of that back because I wouldn't be the person I am today, right? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I would have been just talking about that 69 situation if I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like. But I'm just saying in general. That
Right.
feeling. That's a heavy urge, man. Mr.
I
Lefty
think
always
you're
got to go to work
absolutely
when I think about things and stuff, man. Some bull.
Mr.
do
Lefty
a
don't
lot of
have to
work.
do something make you?
Uh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. That's all me, man.
Don't back
So,
away.
I think you're right
Come
though,
on, girl.
Gigi. The curiosity would still
You'll still be there.
cause us to, yeah, to find a way.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because
wait. Say it again. Wait, hold up. Say it again.
the curiosity kills
The
the cat.
curiosity, even if you are, a virgin, the curiosity will still get you to the information that you seek.
No,
Right.
I think it's worse when you lost it already because you know it's like crack, right? Once you know it's hard to not remember it. But I rather have curiosity than actually knowing the feeling. That's my thing.
I think it's that
You
way
know the
for
feeling,
men.
like you know what you missing out on for real.
I think it's that way
But
for men.
after you haven't indulged for a while, I think the feeling to get back to it isn't as intense because you're disciplining yourself to not get that heightened again until you're ready.
Right. As
I
long as
think
you
it's
have
like
the
being a
intention.
virgin again and then coming back like yeah, because I think you get immune to it if you keep doing it so much. It don't be as good as after a while in a long time and then boom, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, hey, that's what that be like. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I
But
think it's like
yeah,
an immune thing. Like when you smoke a lot of weed and stuff, right? And like you just it's normal at the. It's not like the first hit or something like, or if you ain't hit it in a while. You know what I'm
But men
no
are
saying?
pun
dealing with that
intended.
instant gratification.
She was using no puns. That's funny.
But
No,
but
but I
men are
meant when you're not indulging. I think
Yeah.
that well, from my experience, and I'm a
Oh, okay. We
woman,
getting
so it
somewhere.
may be different for me. But after a while, if your mind isn't focused there, your desires aren't focused there, your senses aren't heightened to that point anymore. So, you're okay.
yeah, that's the difference between men and women.
That's right. I'm about to say that's another one. I think I don't know the experience of a woman. I guess on that end.
Well, because of almost
So I
100%
know
of
if
the
I'm ready to
time.
stick, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop, man. What y'all that got me turning to, man?
I just want to say that almost 100% of the time, men are going to achieve the intended goal, right?
Yeah.
It's not that way for a lot of women, so it's
Right.
going to be a little easier for us to deal with.
Yeah. It takes some effort. Right.
Right.
Play Rihanna.
Right. Alexa. I'm gonna be playing that whole time in the background while y'all trying to get it going. Like, where? You not singing loud enough, Rihanna? It's like that. Oh my God. So, oh shoot.
They sent us off on a whole
Different.
another
Come back
ride.
up, man. They was having fun. Don't leave, man. They miss you. They want you to say how emotions is negative.
Well,
Just
what
to
So
make
he
some.
was coming back when he can.
what is your original topic about? You said,
So the original topic is when emotions get involved, them degrees don't matter, man. And I know y'all ran into people that's like that, you know.
but explain that. What does that mean? People who have degrees don't show emotion
No,
or shouldn't? What is the
no.
statement you're
Nah, your
That's
making?
logic
basically
goes out
people
the
sound
door.
stupid as soon as they supposed to
Yeah,
be so called smart. That's what I'm getting to,
yeah.
right?
The logic goes out of the logic goes
Yes.
out the
Thank you.
door once the emotions get involved in certain things.
Yes,
Thank
but
you.
that doesn't have to do with degrees. I mean, so in
I'm
a
being
sense,
funny
it's
with that
like you're
part.
saying, oh, okay.
Yeah, because like that's why I'm being funny because like people use their degrees acting like that. Freak. Like it make them so smart. That's what I'm getting to about that. That's all it is. And then I'm just saying, with your emotions ain't gonna. I mean, your degrees ain't gonna stop your emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm getting to. 'Cause people be like, no, I know what I'm talking about. I know and I know and I know. You know what I'm saying? Because I got this. You know. So nope. As soon as you get in your feelings, you talking just like everybody else.
I don't know how those two tie in, but mm,
You ain't
mm.
never heard nobody just speak. Okay, never mind. Hmm.
What does that
It's
mean? Okay,
No,
never mind.
say it.
Trying to think. I'm gonna
it's
think of
like they
something.
get
Because I
like
feel like all people have emotions, whether you have a degree or not, whether you're smart or not, right? People have emotions.
I didn't think
yeah
that.
So I don't understand what that has to do with.
So
When
there's
your
most
emotions take over, that's what
yeah
I'm getting to.
right. So
when you're
Niche, you've been in a lot of debate lives, and a person come up in the box and they swear that they got a degree and they trying to hit you with things they learned in school, but the other person still having to like able to debate what they're saying and give good analogies behind what they're saying and show facts of what they're saying that goes against what the person who feel they had it because they had the degree and they trying to be right but they really not right in the
Mhm.
debate and they get frustrated.
Right.
well
So
So
it,
you
like
See, you
can.
get it. I only had to say a
I
little bit. You get it already. That's
I
crazy.
under, I understand that. What
it's
I
called
what I
deflecting.
would say. I'm sorry.
It's called deflecting.
Thank
That,
you. That's
that's
one. Yep.
you
Hmm.
know, they'll use that. Some people, not saying all, some people use their degrees to deflect and get the heat off them at
And
that moment,
validate.
so they have time to come back with a rebuttal.
Hmm.
But
'Cause,
that isn't what he
I'm about to
said.
say, I know y'all ran
Yeah,
into some of them people.
I don't.
so
Like,
they get within the conversation they kind of get emotional because they get upset and get frustrated. Those are emotions
Well,
where it
here's
go
the
mhm.
from
thing.
trying to be factual to being
Right.
like some people get aggressive with it. Some people, so
But
it
that's
go
like
from
saying only people with degrees respond that way. And and it's like civil discourse.
hmm
yes,
It's a formal discussion that you have opposing views on. And
hmm
so it's going to get heated if it's a debate, and that's the word you used.
right.
yes,
Okay. But also, people without degrees respond like that as
They
well.
do.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
That's
yeah,
true. Because a
I,
lot of people
yes,
deflect. They'll use their the Bible as a defense mechanism because they can't handle what someone is coming at them with the facts.
right.
No, it's still the same
So,
thing. It's deflect.
so
I
the,
think. I
I'm a
think.
I'm gonna re-say this again. Reason why I use the degrees, right, is
Hmm.
because they think they are the smartest people, right? With than the people that don't have degrees, right? So as soon as they find out you don't have a degree, that means that they make it seem like whatever they say is legit. And I'm trying to tell them that the same effect can just happen to them, right? That's the only reason why I went for the degrees, because they think they smarter than everybody. That's why they use their degrees first before anything. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But as soon as them emotions take over, them degrees don't matter. That's what I mean about that. You could
I
be
And
as
I
get
smart
you
as you
with
want to be,
that.
right?
to
Huh?
add
I
to
get
that,
you.
the degree is supposed to show you that I know what I'm talking about logically because I went to the school and did my due diligence. So logically, because of this degree, I am politically correct in everything that I'm saying and blah 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 blah
Right.
and blah 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 blah. And that's
Something like that. I think it was like just like that.
Well, that person may be very insecure because unless you're going to get a degree where you work in NASA or someplace like that, it's
Mhm.
just stick to itiveness, or
Hmm.
you're just going after what you want to become an expert in and work in that career, but it doesn't make you brighter than everyone else, of
Exactly. I
course.
like how you said that. That is exactly what that is in there too. It's an insecurity in that situation. Why they feel like that way. They always. That's why they lead off with. They know they're not
Which is
sure what they talking about. I just
Right.
need you to listen in and believe me
So,
because I said
most
this.
of it's what
the
they
Then get
feeling.
mad
It's
when
what
you
they
debunk
feeling.
them.
The part that
if
is,
you're,
I think,
intelligent
being
and we're going by the book and everything, then there's nothing to argue about. There's nothing to, but they get emotional, and that's what I mean. You can
oh, is
start.
that different?
They even start to ramble on, even when you're like, "Hey, hold on," and they'll still be talking as you're trying to understand what they're saying because they're in their emotion, they're in their feelings.
mm,
Still a poet. What were you saying, please?
I was just gonna say that I think the part that is lost is that if I have a degree in something and I join a conversation on this app and people are not agreeing with me, the logic and the education that I have would tell me when to quit. That's all I could say, right? I'm not gonna keep arguing what I know with people who are just giving me their opinion or their experience. So it's not going to lead to a good conversation if I keep trying to press my point and get emotional. Like, that's not going to get me anywhere in this conversation. Now, if I happen to be at work, right, then my degree would probably matter, right? They might have hired me for my position because I have the degree. Therefore, they're looking for information from me. And I think that it's illogical if people are on this app just saying, well, you're wrong because I have a degree. Like, that may be true, but you're not going to convince a room full of people who don't have any respect for that degree. They're not going to even listen to you most of the
No, it's people that's falling for it. That's the thing. It's people that don't really know no better. That don't think like that. That they automatic. Well, they have a degree in this. Talk to them. You know what I'm saying, like that. And then all they got to do is spew out anything out their mouth because they already said, "Oh, I'm a college, so I know everything about this." And if you talk like this or something like that, but it'd be like. And I be catching a lot of them. Like the only reason I saying is because I catch them like a lot of them that do that stuff. That because they think that oh I listen, I talk to people every day and I just know their emotions. Them be the main ones that don't have emotional control. And then they just be they think they can fit every last topic that come up here if it's about men versus women or rights and all this stuff. They just act like that just tied into everything. And if you start hitting them with facts right about the stuff they didn't study right but they just trying to use your character and stuff. So they just start from that point. They gonna be like, then they get in their feelings. They like, man, you don't know what you talk about, and I mean, it's like it's a whole nother. It's weird. It's like, but they sound they sound real intelligent, right? They sound like they know what they talking about. But if you really listen to what they saying, they don't know what they talking about. It'd be
But
funny to me.
y'all missed the beginning of our segment because that's what we was talking about. Then you're gonna tell me how I feel and what traumas that I'm going
Man,
through,
the and you
and
made
how
me.
who made you angry. Like, and then they want
Nunu
to
kid, what's the
break
deal,
you down
man?
like you don't have no self control.
Well,
Right,
sometimes
so
people can deduce those things, and you don't need a PhD in psychology
right.
to deduce when someone has experienced trauma,
Mhm.
and the way they behave, the way they respond. But
Right.
it's a very small minded person who does have a PhD in psychology who thinks that they know everything over everyone else.
Hmm.
right.
We all have been through trauma. Like what? All
And
of
they
us
get
has been
mad because
through
that's where that
trauma.
ego come in at. How you gonna tell me or something like, bro, this ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about now though? Like, how you losing your character because your ego getting in the way so bad because nobody can't tell you what you actually wrong. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can be wrong. Anybody.
I'm saying, like, the illogical part is to think that you can enforce your degree on everybody around you. Like, your job has respect for that. Your
Yeah.
field has respect for that. When you come on these public platforms, you are either going to relate to people or you're not. Throwing in your degree
Yep.
is not going to lead for the best understanding or conversation. I
Yeah.
don't know any professionals who are doing that I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
but I hear that there's a lot of that going on. So I get it, right? But that's a very illogical person. Whatever I've acquired in my life does not mean I'm going to be able to convey that to everybody. Like, start your own live and see how many people come and subscribe to what you have to say. And those are your people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's how you feel.
But it's so. I mean, if you really,
That's
if you
not
really
only how
look
I
at a lot
feel,
of
that's how I
people,
move.
they love that stuff. I mean, they feel like, and that's the what we grew up in. It's like, oh, you need to go to school and this, and that, and they look up to people that's like that. But it's like school don't teach you common sense, or even though common sense ain't common, but school don't teach you, different stuff that you just learn in life or emotional control and none of that stuff. So that's why I be like, dog. That's why I be looking like, dog. You can't use that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it'd be weird. It's
It
funny to me.
doesn't teach you common sense, but it does teach you a lot, just like life outside of school, if you're listening.
Right.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
it isn't for everyone, but I feel bad for people who use their education to validate themselves.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Not the
more than,
information.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right. Just validate me with this
yeah,
degree. No, I'm validating your information, the validity of your information with your degree, not you. That makes sense.
Hmm.
Man.
And I think
Hmm.
college to get a bachelor's degree. There's levels to everything. So you might have somebody that didn't go to college but read things that you didn't read while you was in college. And study
Mm-hmm.
certain levels of what you went to school for that you never got to. So just because you have a degree don't mean that you know more than a person who don't have that degree.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
no, it means you've learned in the field that you studied.
What's the deal,
So
BJ
even,
McCoy? What's up,
and
man?
I work
Welcome
with
to the
people
live.
who have dual doctorates and everything else under it, but they couldn't possibly have read everything in school in every subject. That's impossible.
Hmm. I agree.
Mm, man.
Hmm.
I'll be laughing every time I hear people do that. That's why it's good to sit and just listen. Just sit and listen to how they talk.
If
No,
One
that's
everybody
my
day,
been on
thing.
TikTok, if everybody been on TikTok, everybody could hear someone with, with that degree. That's the first thing they say. Well, I got this, and I got that, and I got this, and you know what I mean. And then you saying something that 9 times out of 10 might be wrong because you read it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying that for everybody because
yeah.
there's some very intelligent people. I mean, very intelligent. They got degrees. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I don't knock them for that. But when someone coming at you with facts, you know what I'm saying? Stop trying to illustrate it. Well, I got my doctor's degree, and so now how they say, your pride starting to kick in because you're wrong. You know what I
Well,
mean?
let
So
me
Right.
just say this. I
I
run
get
into people a lot who say facts. And the fact that you read something on Google or somewhere else is not
true,
okay.
true.
Definitely not on Google.
Facts,
Right.
they're rooted
That's
in
true.
research and other truths. And some
Uh
people
huh.
are like
Mm-hmm.
parrots. They hear something and they repeat it. Well, for me, that ain't a freaking
Right.
fact. Now I'm getting emotional.
Right.
Hmm.
Don't get
Look at
emotional.
you.
Don't get
You right
emotional,
You
though.
Gigi.
funny.
Emotional or not, you
You're
right.
right. Because you know what? And I had to catch myself, listen to somebody else, what somebody else was saying. You know what I mean? And then take it to somewhere else. But then I'm like, damn, why am I doing that? You know what I mean? And I did now a bit of research, you know what I'm saying, to find out if it's true or not. I had to catch myself. So that's what made me say, you know what? you need to really sit down and start reading. Listen to what someone is saying. Okay, fact check it. Make sure it is accurate
Right.
before you take it to somebody else. And then now here we go. Here go the lies and the rumors that you didn't even, get the facts on before you start spreading it. So I
Mm.
take my accountability for that because I've done it. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah.
I think
We all
everybody
have.
has.
Right.
Yeah,
And you
everybody
gotta
did.
say, wait a minute, sounds good, but I don't know if I agree with that.
Mm.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So now, shoot,
Like
I go to the
I
library.
was I was in a chat one day and they was talking about like the country, the natives, and this, and I made a comment. I said, like there were people of color here at one point too, right before it was taken over by Europe and all of that. And immediately they kicked me out the box. I laughed. I was like, did I say something wrong?
Mm-mm-mm. You wouldn't sit in one of them rooms if you disagree. That's disrespect.
Right. You're not allowed to disagree with people.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Somebody said something. Somebody really, please plug
Are
it
you
in.
talking about me?
Who?
I was responding to BJ. Um,
Oh,
is that a man or a male or female? I
That's
can't.
a woman.
Oh, she
She
said
one of
that
my she
she.
one of my she been supporting like crazy on my content though. I don't see her in my live
Okay.
like that, but she be on my content. She be seeing all my stuff every day.
I was
I
responding
appreciate that
to
she came in
her.
here though.
Yes.
Poor Mika in the building, boy. That's yeah. Y'all gotta add this. 'Cause I've been waiting on him. This one of my main guys. He ain't been here in a while though. This one of my main guys for sure, man. This one y'all
I'll
gonna
add
like
you.
him for sure though. It's let's go.
Stop it.
Well, can I also say um, that when people have gone to school and gotten their degree and gotten the jobs that they want, or at least got making the money that they want to make, it's hard to tell them that that's nothing. And I know that that's not what people are saying when they say like you don't know everything because you got a degree, but it probably feels like that to them, especially people who have, really struggled trying to get there. So that could lead to the emotional response most often, right? Something that I worked so hard for, you don't respect, and now you're telling me that it's nothing. So I just wanted to put that out there as well.
I understand that.
yeah.
Yeah, and let me just say, ego and pride will set in where you can't tell me it's not just nothing.
Mm,
Yeah.
see,
I mean,
Mhm.
I get that. You don't know what these people are going through to obtain these certificates and pieces of paper that people keep calling them. I have respect for them
Yeah.
because it takes so much work and dedication, if nothing else, to obtain that. And you got to decide what it means to you at the end of the day.
Uh,
Poet, I know you have a degree.
I do not.
What? So
she
you're
got a degree
autodidactic?
in beauty. Say no, I'm stop.
You know what,
Well,
King?
This
that's
the
natural.
this the only chick I think I be
So,
flirting with on here. I would say she the first one I started flirting with.
That was just silly.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
so you're
needs to be
self-taught,
TikTok pimping.
also called autodidactic poet.
Oh, see, I learned the word today. Let me write
Hold
that
on.
down.
Say that again, Gigi. Say that again.
Shoot.
What?
Autodidacting.
Autodidactic.
I'm not gonna even try that word. You ain't about to make me
Yeah,
look
I'm
Hold
bad
not
on
even.
here.
Yeah,
and
I'm
what
going to go tell everybody.
and what that means, Gigi?
It's self-taught when you learn a lot, like
Um,
Lincoln did. He never got a law
um,
degree, but he learned. He was a good studier, obviously, because he learned a lot of law through just
Can you
reading.
say that word one more time? Real low, so nobody don't hear that
Autodidactic.
I don't know.
Autodidactic.
I guess
I'm
I'm
King.
high.
I guess I'm that, Gigi.
Yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So and I like the fact and I'm applaud you, Gigi. I'm gonna applaud you. I applaud you because you're getting your degree or has it or whatever. And you are the most intelligent, smart person that I know. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you're
Because
so
Oh, yeah.
you come
kind.
And you know what
Gigi
I'm saying?
dope.
You can come with, yeah, man, she could come with the facts and she gonna fact check you. And
Oh,
that's
Mm-hmm.
what I,
autodidactic. I see it
yeah,
now.
yeah.
A, s- a
I'm
self-taught
working on.
person.
Yes, that's it. That's all it means.
Okay,
But
I
And
but
then
it's a
when you
very
use that, that sound like my type of life right there. You know, I ain't go to school for none of that stuff. I'm about to start using that. Thank you, Gigi. I
it's a
ordered that.
very smart person. A person who can do that is bright. Really,
thank
Yeah.
you.
you
Appreciate that.
remember a
Mm,
lot.
Very well. Yes.
autodidactic. Okay. I gotta make sure I keep this. Keep this.
I think I
Like,
learned
what
that.
degree you got? Autodidactic. Chill out.
So you don't have to say from the school
Don't
of
worry about
hard
it.
knocks anymore.
Right. Thank you. Stop.
My degree better than your degree, and it sound more uh what's the word?
Important.
Yeah, important. I'm just gonna thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use
Yeah.
that big word. Don't even know how to say important now.
That's at least an
But
$8 word.
can we veer off the main subject for a little
What you
longer
got? What you
on the
got? That's
subject
what I
of
do all the time
education?
anyway. As long as it's uplifting and growing.
Yes, it's about education. It's a 4-year degree isn't for everyone. I think trades are very important and vital, and I hope more people start doing that again.
Yeah.
In our community colleges here, I had to take a class, and I saw a lot of courses, just 2-year programs or certificate programs that I would have taken
Yeah.
instead of getting a degree. So yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
absolutely do agree.
I need to take me a graphic design class.
see,
yeah.
that's an excellent subject area.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah.
And there's not
Yeah.
that many people of color in that particular field. So you could be representative of so many, you know, if you do people, so many different people, characters, so design that
So
are
like
geared
You know,
towards
I
I
ain't trying to
draw
hear
that.
that
on
because I'm
my tablet
autodidactic.
already. I already draw. I can draw on my tablet a little bit already, but
Kev finna kill us with that.
it's different from
Yeah,
drawing and painting on the canvas.
yes.
So, and
It's technology, right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
way different.
And BJ, I agree with you. I'm still in school now. I'm in grad school. I'm supposed to be working on a paper at this minute.
Oh man, you losing your autodidacticness. Oh,
Yeah.
Can't lose that
you
didactic.
should you shouldn't have taught me that word. It's over.
This show finna
Oh,
lose some meaning now. Kev finna wear that thing out, boy.
Yeah. So it sure
yeah, she
will.
already, Nisha already know.
Talk about apply it to
Ain't teach me
everything.
nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
No, I
okay.
did a technical degree. Not a degree. I did a technical certificate at a technical school.
Okay.
Yeah.
It had
In
nothing to do with
IT.
anything. No, it was medical billing and coding.
Okay.
Mm, okay. Okay.
I
Yeah.
was
Got
like,
Now,
it.
are
it
you
has
still
nothing to
doing?
do. It has nothing to do with anything that I talk about on these lives.
But it's lucrative,
It
except
is.
they want you to like code for everything, including punctuation and letters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause I agree. You know, everybody that's doing their thing, man, getting their education, getting their degrees, and getting their your trade. I applaud everybody. You know,
Hmm.
doing their thing. You know what I mean? That we don't have to eventually we don't have to depend on the government to do everything.
Spider
We
Man,
ought to do
what's
it
up?
ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Spidey
You know,
sense.
Duh.
you can get it. You can get it with the government. Get it how you get it.
I don't think Spidey never missed any of my lives, though.
Oh, that's
This
cool.
No, I got. No, he be quiet too. I don't be knowing he be in here sometimes. He been for sure for supporting me. He done been around. He probably know all my friends that came and left.
Oh, he's
That's
Spider-Man
how
for
long he
real.
been around.
Wow.
That's Spider-Man
Spidey,
for
I
real.
Yeah, he just
saw
be watching. He don't really talk that much. He just watch my lives for real. Like that's
I saw Miles Morales this weekend, Spidey.
I still gotta watch that. I definitely gotta watch that one.
It was good. It was
Everybody says the
long.
ending was not favorable.
On
It's a
what?
I've done
cliffhanger.
a few. I've done a couple paintings, but I gotta watch the second one.
mhm.
What was that? What was that movie?
Them paintings is
The
dope.
the Spider Man.
Uh, yeah, something of the universe. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Multiverse. Oh,
Yeah, that thing.
that
yeah.
thing. Okay, I got you. Got
What
you.
thing? What thing?
I took
Oh,
my
no.
grandson to see it, so but it was interesting.
Leona, you still in here? I know she be in here quiet too.
Yeah, I heard Transformers was interesting.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And Mermaid.
Um, yeah, and the Fast and the Furious, X.
200.
That was like one of the bad ending that I ever suspenseful, but bad ending.
Bad
Ah,
as in
The
bad, not bad
Flash
as in
look
good.
fantastic.
Well,
I gotta see what y'all
I
talking
thought
about.
it was a
it's
bad
not,
ending, so I went and read and found out they finna do like one or two more movies off
yeah,
spin-offs of this that
you
one
know,
movie.
right. Yeah,
What?
they are.
Can they
Yeah, they
let it
are.
go?
Yeah, yeah.
I think they could let it go. Oh,
Man,
that's
no.
done. Sleepy, you finished it?
Oh, that's not.
It's not done yet.
I like.
I gotta do my finishing touches on it.
I like that dunk.
Yeah.
That,
I'm about to
that,
borrow that car.
about the Chevy. That dunk.
The news flash looks fascinating. What is
Yeah,
that? Is that a movie?
The new Flash. It's
Oh,
the
news.
animate the cartoon.
the cartoon character,
The anime.
comic book.
Oh, okay. Huh?
I gotta see that then. I heard it's a new Marvel movie. The dude off the because I know it's another Avengers. I think they said another Avengers might be coming out. I gotta watch that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what's the dude with the patch in his eye? He got a movie coming out.
Oh, you talking about?
Samuels. I mean
Yeah,
Samson.
Samuel
Samuel
Jackson.
Jackson.
Samuel
It's
Jackson.
on Disney Plus.
What's his name on there?
Um,
Nick Fury.
Nick
yeah,
Fury movie. Yep, a Nick
yeah,
Fury movie coming out. Yep.
I thought it was just on the series on Disney.
yeah. I think it's the series. Series is,
Oh,
is pretty
I
good.
thought it was a movie. Wow.
Oh no, the series
I
is
swear
good.
Spider Man scared me every time he talked though, because he be ran. I forgot he could talk. He just scared the mess out of me. Of course, I forgot we talk about Marvel movies. He said, now is my time to talk. And then he went back to Divey cracking me up with the sunglasses. He be- oh boy, that joke is funny. He said, I'm done. Glasses. Oh my. He didn't like the cliffhanger. Which one y'all talking about? What movie? Hope y'all ain't telling nothing.
Still the Spider-Man movie. She was saying it was great,
Oh,
but the
Mm,
ending was horrible.
mm.
you talking about the newest one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Multiverse.
Yes.
Multiverse was straight. It wasn't. I didn't like the
Well,
one before that. The Amazing. What you call it? What they had? How they ended that cliffhanger. That
okay.
junk made me mad. I'm like, this.
Well, this one, my grandson has some theories on it that Miles will be fighting Miles. So I won't say
Oh.
anything more.
But don't the
Mmm.
other ones supposed to have a black guy playing Spider Man? Is that the cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Miles. The Miles
Okay.
Miles.
Miles
Black guy. Yeah.
Morales. Mhm.
I know
He
I've
on the
seen that
video
on
games.
up here.
Mm-hmm.
They talking about that, that they were gonna unalive him in the first episode.
Dang.
It
They
didn't.
can't last long. Back
Right.
to Peter
That's
Parker.
But you know what I'm gonna tell you that was good. That wasn't a cartoon. Luke Cage.
right. Oh
Oh, that was
yeah.
Oh
good.
yeah,
That
that was
was
my
good.
show.
I'm mad did it end. I hope it didn't end. I wanted
Yeah,
another
it
part
ended.
three.
Me
And
too,
Huh?
they
but
ain't
they
come
had
out with it yet.
It
no.
Yeah, they
ended.
ended. Yeah,
I was
they ended
hoping it
all
didn't.
those that was on Netflix.
I had two series.
Man,
I mean,
I'm
two
hot about this
seasons.
one.
Yes, and it was good acting. I liked the plot,
Yeah, I
the
like it.
theme.
Yeah.
That was
And
my
then
favorite
they
one
did
out of the main ones. Out of the Marvel
yeah.
movies was Luke Cage.
And then they came out with what was the other one when all three of them was together?
Oh yeah, the one my dad watched. He with the
Defenders or
one
something like
that
that.
Um,
punch man in there and
they
I
had that
forgot what it's called.
karate
Nah,
guy
the
in there.
Defenders.
The
Yeah.
mm,
What they
I think
call
the
I
Defenders or
can't
something like that.
Defenders? Yeah, yep.
Defenders. Okay.
It. That's it right there. I've
I
been
think I didn't watch the whole in a lot of it. Is it good?
yes, yes.
Yeah, my
Okay,
dad
okay,
said
I'll
it's real
check
good.
it.
It's
But
real good.
I like
What
Luke
about
Cage, but I
the
think the
dude
best
that
one was
punched?
the
What's his
Punisher.
name? He had a good series too. That's part of
Um,
Defenders.
what, I don't you
The
talking
Fist.
about Iron
Yes.
Fist. I
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't think he had a one by himself.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
he
did.
He had a
He
that.
did.
It
did.
started by itself. He had one by
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
He
On
had one. I
Netflix.
heard it was good.
Hmm.
And who the
So
other
yes,
girl? The girl is she
I
had a
don't
series by
like
herself
that
too.
I only
girl,
watched the first
Jane
season of
or
hers.
somebody. The dark haired girl. She drank all the time. I don't have anything against drinking, but
Gotta go. Thanks for the. Oh yeah, for sure, BJ man. I added you, man. I see you're in here, man. I know you're one of my loyal content followers and stuff. So good looks.
Damn, I'm trying to tell you what it is. I
the
gotta find it.
lady, the
Yeah, I
Jessica
know
Jones. I
exactly what
just
you're
looked
talking
it
about.
up. I think it's Jessica
Jessica.
Jones.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're right.
I'm looking it up
yeah.
now.
I didn't like
But I
that
watched the
one.
first season of that one. That was it. I didn't watch any of the other ones. Her other ones by herself.
It's
Maybe,
good though.
maybe I'm being sexist or something, but
Maybe.
I didn't like the way she rolled. I didn't like how she drank and slept with anybody, and
Oh,
she
what's
was
that
Yeah,
still
called
a
again? Time for me
superhero.
to watch that.
it was a lot of trauma. She had a lot of trauma that she didn't face. You know what I mean? And when
Yeah.
they kind of linked up, that's when all her trauma was starting to come out.
Okay.
And trauma
It
came
was
out all
something.
right.
Yeah. I'm about to tell you the daggone name, but I can't find it now. But anyway,
Well, isn't it Jessica Jones or something like that?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was.
that's it.
Yeah, I can't think of the name right now.
What you looking for? Another one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hey, Sleepy, that's what you paint now, or is that just your background?
That's what I'm working on now.
Oh, oh wow.
Oh, gotcha.
You got the dunk.
I know I
You
usually
got the
see you
dunk.
there. Okay, I see you. Okay, there you go. Put an elbow in the way.
Somebody ever. Yeah.
Have y'all ever heard of the Invisible House?
Mm.
I haven't.
They
It's a
probably thinking about that
um,
with the greenhouse and
it's a
stuff.
vacation rental spot in Arizona,
Mm, I
and
never
that's what
heard
I
of
was
that.
doing in the background.
Very
Just
nice.
I like that.
Awesome.
Man, you is so talented.
Uh-huh.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I wish I could draw.
You can. You just gotta
That's one
practice.
skill I wish I had.
You
Nah,
just gotta
I try to.
practice.
I probably draw all stick man. You know what I mean? Then try to
That
draw a
It's a
circle.
that's a
start.
step. That's one step.
I'm about to say it's a start.
Like
Right.
legitly, that's a step in drawing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
Everything start
anybody
off
can
in
do
lines.
whatever they want to put their mind to for real. Huh?
I don't
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
like
so. I think that drawing is a gift of artistry that everyone doesn't have, just like everyone can't sing, everyone can't dance, everyone isn't a scientist.
Mm-hmm.
You right about the
all right.
second part again.
So
Now you about to
all
make me
right.
just so I can
So
prove I'm about to find a way to draw. I'm getting you now. That's the only thing.
You're
all right.
Now
So
you
check
might
it
get
out.
me on the
autodidactic.
singing one because I mean I can sing, but I'm just saying like other people I don't think everybody. So I like that one though. But that drawing, I'm gonna
All
get
right.
you.
But
I'm about to come out of them. I told you I could draw.
everybody
I
can
ain't just
learn
do
how to
that.
draw. Check it out. Anybody can learn how to draw. Anybody can learn how to sing.
Cook.
Yeah, like you can learn how to do anything. It's just when you have the gift, you have more of a passion for it, and it's like something that you feel like you have to do. It's a part of you.
Mm.
But in my opinion,
You
but
also
like
have
anybody
more
can
of a
learn
talent.
it.
You also have more of a talent. And I
It
think
come
you're
easier.
actually,
It just come easier.
yes.
But
So
it's still like painting. I had to teach. I had to learn. Like I look at my old paintings sometimes, and then I look at my paintings today, and it's like just show me like my progress.
that's what I was about to get to. I think if you really put focus on something for real, you can get it. I think a gift is like a mentality thing, and I think it's probably maybe sometimes it's like body shape and all that stuff, and yo
Yeah.
all that
So
stuff
let's look
probably
at it
play
like
a
this:
factor though.
put NBA players and NFL players. Out of everybody who play basketball, 1% makes it to the
Mm.
league in both sports.
Mm.
What's the difference between those people and the ones who didn't make it?
Built different.
God given talent.
They put in the work.
They
You
put in the
have to
work
put in the
different.
work even with talent. Now,
Yes.
I
So
love
Right.
a lot of people have
basketball.
talent though. A lot of people can play basketball and they don't make it because they
Mm-hmm.
don't have that extra push, that extra
Yeah.
drive in them to
Exactly.
want to do it all the time, want to be in the gym when ain't nobody else in the gym.
Exactly.
You know, like with me, I'm up. I go work a job. I work 45 hours a week at my job. And I come home, Nisha tell you, and I sit up all night and paint.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Most people not doing that. Even when I go to art shows, one of my art friends told me, he said, "Man, you making us look bad." I said, "What you talking about?" He said, "Cause you the only one in here that I see with every show have new art." He said, "All my paintings, I had these out last year. I don't see you with none of your stuff from last year." I said, "Cause they're at home hanging up on the wall."
Okay, so I'm going to date myself to prove my point. Anybody
Mm-mm.
know the Fab Five from Michigan?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a
Okay.
Jalen
Michigan
Rose.
fan, so yes.
Okay, go
Okay,
King in
ahead.
the
which Fab
building,
Five?
Go
Hold
ahead.
boy.
on, wait. Which
Jalen,
Fab Five?
the original Fab
They
Five
wasn't
from the
the original
University
Fast
of
Five.
Michigan.
I
They
knew it
wasn't
was
the
coming. That's
original
why.
Fast
Look.
Five. Fab Five. The original
From
Fab
Michigan,
Five?
yes,
Yeah.
they were.
No, look
Yeah,
it
there's
up.
only one. There's
No,
only
it's
one.
two. It was two
Uh-uh.
groups of Fab Five. They had when Glenn Rice was there. They had a group of
Am
another
I
group
coming?
that they considered a Fab Five, the Fab Five, and they had Jalen Rose in them.
So
I'm
There
a
I'll
was
put
there
Michigan
was
it this
fan.
way. In the
there was
1990s, when I was watching
Okay,
them,
so Jalen
they
Rose
were
and
the, okay, Jalen Rose, who else?
Jalen
Chris
Rose,
Webber.
Chris Webber,
Uh huh.
Jimmy Jackson,
Uh huh. Ray
Jawan Howard.
Jackson, Jawan
Eh,
Howard.
yeah, yeah, we talk
Hmm.
about the same team now. Yes.
Yes. And well, who's the fifth one?
Uh,
Ray Jackson and Jimmy. What was his name?
damn, I can't think of his
Jimmy
name.
King. And the reason why
King.
I
Yeah.
asked you
Yes.
that is because they all were phenomenal talent. They all
Hmm.
took that team to where it went. But Jimmy was the only one who didn't get drafted into the NBA
Oh,
because Jimmy wasn't on the same level as they were, even though he played just as hard. So
right.
not everybody has the same level of talent, even if they put forth the effort,
Hmm.
they
You
may not make it.
want to hear
So
something funny about that
I
though?
get what you mean by that, right? But you could say the same thing that's in if they in the same league, right? It's like some people just better. They don't make them not a basketball player. They just not as good as a basketball player, but they still able to be a basketball player. You see what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I
Want to hear
agree.
something
Dang,
funny
he
though?
got me. That was too fast, too. What the freak? I usually
I agree with
good,
Oh,
what you
brother
that
said,
was
King.
Gigi, but I really like followed them guys. The funniest thing about what about that happening the way it happened, they
yes,
said
sir.
Jimmy King going into college
Uh huh.
arguably was better than the
Yes,
rest of them, and he just took
yes.
a back seat to the three big names and became more of a defender in college. But they were saying like talent wise, he probably was the best one. That's what's messed up about that.
Well, I know he was good going into college.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this dog! Stop it. Um, but my point is that I don't think we're all given the same level of talents. And I don't mean to sound biblical because, there is a scripture about that. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that we can all practice and be decent at something, but
Right.
not specimens of excellence. And to
Yeah.
me, that's when you have a gifted talent that sets you apart from everyone else. Like Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, Jordan. you
But what
know,
about
he
LeBron? You know what I'm saying?
well,
See,
Jordan
I
didn't
got a
get
better
on
one
his
for you.
varsity team, and he went out and practiced every day like crazy, but still, he just had that talent. He just honed it in even more.
Yeah.
So I got a better comparison since we talk about basketball.
Okay.
Mm.
Kobe Bryant and Allen Iverson. Who would you say was the better one, better player?
I'm going to say Kobe because he did put in more effort, but Iverson held his own. He just wanted to stay in the trenches.
Allen Iverson, pure talent wise, was better than Kobe.
Okay.
Mhm.
Going off pure talent.
He had no defense though.
Well, I realized he was playing the two at the time when most twos was
Yeah.
6'6".
Yeah.
But
Mm.
like Kobe had all the gifts, but Kobe, like you just said, Kobe put more work in. Allen Iverson even
Hmm.
said it. I wasn't in the gym like Kobe, but Kobe said if Allen Iverson was 6'5", people would talk about him different.
Yeah.
If he put in the work.
You know what I'm saying? So like we have to because and I understood what Kobe was saying. Allen Iverson barely 6'1", and he was playing at a position where everybody else was bigger than him, and he played harder on the court than everybody faced, and it was all pure talent. They say Allen
Mm.
Iverson to go to the club, be at the club at 5 in the morning, and then go to a game and score 40 points.
Oh, that's youth.
Yeah.
But
But
also
the
Spud
worst
Webb was
part,
small.
Spoiled
I'm about
Webb,
to
yeah.
say,
Dunking
yeah.
on people.
but the
Okay.
worst part was like putting the work in behind the talent is what Kobe. Why I say Kobe, where with Kobe you say like people look at Kobe as being better because Kobe harnessed the gift with the work. And there's a
Yes.
difference in just having a gift.
And he was more respected because of that. So that may be why people will also refer to him as more talented.
Yes.
I agree with you that people can put forth the effort and accomplish things. But I also think some people are just giving a little more of a measure of certain talent.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree with that part. But that's where the
But
like you like wanting to put the work in comes in. Because like I said, you can learn it. Anybody can learn it, you know. That's why like when he said he could do a stick figure. When you draw a person, that's all it is at the beginning. A stick figure. Then you add circles and squares and more lines to
Right.
fill it in.
Yeah. I probably have one arm bigger than the other one. And the neck be one sided, and you know what I'm saying. The
Okay,
foot
so
be way over
that's at
here.
the beginning though.
Yeah.
if you keep if you go in almost every like if you really practice it at the beginning, yeah, you're gonna look at it like, oh wow, this drawing look crazy. Two
Right.
months later, you could take that same drawing that you could just keep working on that one drawing. You will see the difference 2 months later from when you first started that drawing, first started trying to do that piece. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
That's
saying? So
true.
like it's all about wanting to. It's like when you go to the gym, you don't start off benching 300 pounds,
Right. You work your way up. Yeah.
right? So the more repetitions, the better you get.
And
But can
And I think
everybody
that's what
get to
everything,
300?
no,
Okay.
no.
so like, but you got some people in the gym that look like they can hit 300, they can't. And then some little scrawny dude that been working out, he just don't work heavy or go hit the 300. Like, I've seen that,
Yeah.
like it's all about the work and how you work. So like you right, you have people with gifts. And they just that when you have that gift, it just make it easier for you.
Right. It's something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And even with the person with the talent, it's still things they gotta learn. Because it's things I can do now that I couldn't do when I first started painting.
Right.
Mm.
I wouldn't even stand in lines. I'd be all out the lines and, you know, be hitting it from the, upside down and all. Oh, never mind.
Were you getting ready to say from the back?
Yeah, he was. I caught that too.
Whoa.
I
You're
did.
painting, Kevin Hart. You're painting.
Hey, and a body is a good masterpiece to work on.
Whoa.
Hey, that's a different type of art though.
It sure is. I like to paint that body. But
You
yeah.
probably
Oh
stay in the
my.
lines.
Huh?
You probably stay in the lines.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to stand in line. Probably want to get all out. I don't know. But yeah, man, this is a good live, man. I tell you, I like that.
Yes. Thank you for having me. I'm getting ready to log off so I could finish up this paper.
Where you
Yeah.
think you going? That's the
Oh
title
Lord.
right there.
I
Hey,
can't be
look,
like your
It's the
look,
autodidactic
catch
like
to the
people.
live. You stuck in it. It's like, no, it's
this
like,
is one of my first paints
you
and one of my
sold
early
your
paints.
goodness. It's like, nah, I ain't gonna say that.
She can't be like us.
Not your autodidactics. I gotta study.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Not the autodidactics. That's what I'm studying right now.
You gotta work
Yeah.
in the morning, Kev.
Yeah, I gotta work.
Oh, you too, baby Kevin Hart.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, me
Gotta hit it.
too.
Yeah,
I
so
gotta
all of
hit it.
us got something to do.
I
I
gotta
know.
hit it
See,
hard in the morning.
you at work now, ain't it?
I'm always at work. Either I'm at home or I'm at the plantation.
Oh,
Mhm.
Oh
hey,
yeah,
mm,
that place.
yeah.
That place, right. That's where I gotta go to. That's a plan for the plantation.
I watched something that made me so emotional last night.
Uh-oh.
It's the history of, I think it's food in America. It's a 5-part series. It talks about the Kellogg's, the Post people,
Mhm.
Bird's Eye. Man, those people made gazillion dollars off of the backs of other people.
Right.
It,
Yeah,
and then Coca-Cola and the Mars Company and Hershey, they are some rich people, and they supposedly, got there through the American dream, but it was in the 1700s and the 1800s, and they didn't show the people that helped them to get to where they were, the people that did the
Wow.
work. So
what
I've
about
watched it to learn more and to motivate me
Hmm.
that there's still an American dream where you can really, make it in your best self.
Right.
But it was disturbing in a lot of ways as well.
Yeah.
It's
but that goes back
educational.
to go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, please, sir. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
think about we got the Thomas Edisons and all them big guys that got all these formats to all these different inventions that they didn't create.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. And I thought about that too because I thought since some people weren't allowed to read and write, and others probably came to them and said, well, listen, I'll file this for you.
Hmm.
And then it's gone. But anyway, it was very good in terms of being a motivation to still strive to be your best. So if you all get a chance to check it out, it's on Hulu. It's a
What's it
good
called?
watch. Um, the making of food in America. If it's different, I'll DM you
Okay,
and let you know. As a matter of fact, let me just
making a food in
look at
America.
it real quick right now. It
Man,
was
I've been finding out so much about food in America lately, man.
you don't want to eat.
Man,
Where? Oh, What's another one too? The Men Who Built America. That one will really make you.
Is that about? That's the one. Does it have something to do with Andrew Carnegie and all of them?
Let me see. Let me turn. Let me who they have on here.
Vandenberg, Andrew Carnegie,
Vanderbilt.
Rockefeller. Um,
Mm.
there's a
This
couple
one
other
is
ones.
talking about. Oh, they don't say the names. Oh yeah, Rockefeller, Vanderbilt, Carnegie. Yes,
Yeah.
Astor, Ford, and Morgan. You're right. So is that series, and this one is on food. They have the toys that built America, the machines, the frontiersmen. It's a good watch to see how people who helped them weren't included.
So
Um.
you're saying Gigi, the food that built America?
Yes, because they were innovative in
Yeah.
getting the food out there. Like Coast cereal started off with the Kellogg's, and one of the brothers who was in sanatorium wanting to feed. Well, he ran a sanatorium, and he wanted to feed people the
Right.
best foods possible, and that's how they came up with cereal. But who knows how they founded it from the people that they worked with and worked for them, I should say. So they
Okay.
didn't touch on things like that.
Okay. It's also on YouTube, and in this, and they're coming out with a new episode Sunday at 9 p.m. on the
Okay.
history. Okay. Wow.
So, yeah,
I'm gonna definitely look at that.
that's
Yeah,
it.
it's funny because I just was talking about like Carnegie at my job with this kid. He had no idea who. He brought up something, and I brought up Andrew Carnegie, and he was like, I don't even know who that is. I said, how you live in the United States and don't know who Andrew Carnegie is?
Yeah.
I'm like, Carnegie Hall? I was like, he was like, I don't know. I was like, okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
say, yeah. So when I brought up Rockefeller, yeah, oh no, Rockefeller don't. I'm saying, bro, you just told me you don't know who Andrew Carnegie is, but then you gonna try to tell me who Rockefeller is. Like,
Now,
Hmm.
people in America may not know Carnegie as well. I think he was from Scotland. So, and I don't know when he came over, but the Rockefellers were like crooks. So maybe that's why people
man,
might
all of
know
them
them.
were.
That's
All of
true.
them were.
Yeah.
Them
That
That
dudes
they
part.
back.
were. Hey, them dudes was ruthless back in the day.
Yes.
And it's a
Towards their
rumor.
families and everything.
Yeah, it's a rumor that like when the government started trying to like come down on some things, they supposedly try to make a deal with the government, tell them they'll pay off the government's debt if they just left them alone.
Hmm.
They paid it.
Hey, that's
Oh,
like
they.
tax loopholes.
Yeah.
But like, think about it. They brought Rockefeller down for monopolizing businesses.
Yeah.
Everything in business today is a monopoly.
But he already did. But by that time, the damage was already done.
Yeah,
He didn't put forth a lot of things before he even they took him down.
yeah. But
His
then
money was overruled.
they adopted his ideologies.
Exactly.
Foxy.
And
Hmm.
somebody
Yeah.
told me they're like, no, everything's not a monopoly. I say, all right, check it. In here, you have because I'm a manager of Papa John's. So I'm like, in here, I say, let's think about this. You had people that come in that's not managers, right?
Hmm.
I say they work. Then you have team leads. The
Hmm.
team leads better pretty much give the orders to the regular employees. Then you have an assistant manager. I say so every 4 months the team leads get a bonus. But then you still have those people that's under the team leads that don't get a bonus. Then you have an assistant manager who also gets a bonus based off the work that's done in the store. Then you have a store manager. The store manager have an area supervisor. Then there's a district manager. Then there's the owner. I said, that's a monopoly. That's a pyramid scheme. If you look at it that way, it's a whole nother version of a pyramid. I say, so what are we talking about?
Mm.
And I wrote the same structure.
Hmm. Huh?
Hmm.
Didn't
So
know
let's
that.
think about it. When you talk about a pyramid scheme, you have a person who somebody you recruit someone. He works up under you. That person, you make money off that person. But while you recruiting him, it's someone else who makes money off of you. And someone that makes money off of that person. All the way up to the top of the business.
Hmm.
So is that a monopoly, or I thought it
That's
was
a
more
the,
like
but the pyramid scheme and a monopolizing business is all run together.
okay, okay.
It's just when you monopolize businesses, let's say you have a business and you buy a business, you break that business down and put it up under your business or something like that. So it'd be like multiple businesses up under each other.
Mm. Okay.
It's,
Okay. I,
so yeah,
I believe that. I believe that.
the things that them guys was criticized for is the same things that the government turned around and started doing.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that for a long, long time. You
Yeah,
typing over there?
Yes.
like Andrew Carnegie was my guy though. That's how we started talking about it because the dude was talking. We was talking about how rich kids
Them
are in my
things
job,
working.
and the dude brought up how Shaquille O'Neal was talking about how his kids got to get a master's and he's not paying. He's not just giving them money. I said that don't mean his kids don't drive a Mercedes or something like that. Like I
Right.
said, but all he did was monopolize. I mean, take Andrew Carnegie ideology because Andrew Carnegie was mean his whole career,
But that's
and
okay for him to do that, isn't it? Because Shaq is
yeah,
a phenomenal investor.
I agree
What is
and I understand it. But Andrew Carnegie did the same thing. But toward the end of his life, he started like this mean, cruel person to like giving a lot of his like donating a lot of his money to things,
His philanthropy.
and only left so much money for his family because he said he worked hard for that money, and they're gonna have to figure out their own way.
Yeah. Which I don't think there's anything wrong with either. He left them some, but just
Yeah,
not enough that, they wouldn't have to work for it.
right.
But have
um,
you seen
um,
Shaq's portfolio?
yeah,
Shaq owned a little of everything.
Yes, he does. It's just incredible.
it is.
Elvis, I think he owned the rights to Elvis stuff, Marilyn
Mm,
Monroe, Reebok, and a gang of different other stuff.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so many. Five Guys, the pretzel places in the mall, car washes,
Hmm
24-hour fitness centers.
Yeah. Don't forget the main one, Papa John's.
Papa, well,
He
he's
don't
the
own Papa
president of
John's.
Papa
He's on the
John.
board.
hmm
But
He's
he
the
owned.
president of the board. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just on the board. He said that, and the only reason, like, I work for Papa John's, I thought he owned some stores too, but he was in an interview on the this podcast called The Pivot, and he said he's just on the board. He's not.
hmm
He don't own.
hmm
Shoot, he might well own it.
or
he's
some of
he's in.
them get a
Right.
few. hmm
So do Magic Johnson still owns Starbucks, parts of Starbucks?
I'm not
You
sure.
know?
I don't know, but he was a great investor with his money as well.
Yes, he
I don't
was.
think he's hurting at all.
Nah. Well, he
He.
owns parts of the Lakers. Doesn't
Sorry,
he
say
own
that
parts of
again.
the Don't he own parts of the Lakers?
I don't know any black former players that own any of the
Yeah.
NBA teams.
Well,
But Jordan,
Michael
but
Jordan just
Jordan
sold
owned.
his shares. Michael Jordan owned majority
Of
of the Bobcats, and he just sold most of his shares.
Yeah, he
Um.
sold all his. He sold all his. And
Oh,
I
he
was
sold
talking
all
about
of
it
it.
the other day. Yeah, he sold all of it.
the
He getting
Bobcats,
a lot of. No, that's the Charlotte Hornets now.
Oh, I was getting ready to say who that
Yeah, the
is.
Charlotte Hornets. I said the Bobcats, didn't I?
Yeah, the Bobcats is in New Orleans. Well, they were in New Orleans, but now they switched from the Bobcats to the Pelicans.
And he didn't own like 50%. He what did he own? What percentage of
I,
the
I don't.
Hornets?
I think it was majority of it, and I'm not quite
Oh,
sure.
I
Really?
thought he owned majority.
Yeah,
And he
he owned
sold
majority.
it?
Yeah, he sold it instead of him selling it to one of us. He sold it to a YT person.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
But I heard some. It was some other stuff. I heard he got kind of. He got pretty much talked. Made a bad investment with one of them, and who was in cahoots with the one who bought ended up buying it, and they couldn't. Him and Jordan couldn't pay the dude bailed him out, and Jordan couldn't pay back the money.
Mm.
We would never know the whole full story of it. You know what I mean?
That's just the rumor of it.
Yeah,
But yeah, he threw me off when he sold it though, because that was like generational wealth.
yeah. He got generational wealth. His kids and kids would never spend the money that he has. But I got a feeling that he's gonna leave later. His wife now, but
And
his
he
first
has
wife
kids
got
with
majority.
her.
Huh?
I think he has kids with her too.
Um,
Think a couple.
I'm not sure.
I'm
What?
not
That's
sure.
what we
No,
do. We make babies.
but no, he
If
don't
we
have. He
have
don't
a
have
rich
no kids.
man, huh?
He only have three. That's Marcus, Jeffrey, and Jasmine.
He
From
had
what I'm.
he had babies with. Let me look it up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only know the three kids.
I was say because I thought she was pregnant at one
He
time.
has Marcus, Jeffrey, Victoria, Isabel, and Jasmine. He has
So he
two
do got
kids
kids
with
with her.
her.
Yeah, he got kids with her. Then.
I didn't see that. Okay. All right. Well then, Michael. I guess you gonna leave it with her with them then.
Her children are Victoria and Isabel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, he can have them. He can have them all. He can afford it. He can afford all them children. So
I don't know.
and she's.
Oh, it's still me.
Caught you. Caught you. Nope. Don't go nowhere.
I was showing you something.
Uh-oh.
I don't
We
know if you
see.
can see it. That's her, and her children are down there
Oh yeah.
somewhere. But yeah,
Okay. But she's 44. She's Cuban. Wow.
there's no way a woman in childbearing age who can have kids wouldn't have kids by them.
I agree.
Yeah, I
I
do
think
too.
sometimes men forget.
Um,
That's what
he
we
got
do.
twin. He got twin daughters. Okay. And he's 60. Got twin girls. All right. I got you. Ooh. Well, hey, that's his life. That's what he preferred. He just disregard, his people like that. That's why honestly, that's the reason why I stopped even buying Jordans.
I
He's
ain't
a
never in my life spent any money on a pair of Jordans.
he's a nasty so and so.
Oh.
Oh, like it ain't got nothing to do with that. I just even when I was a kid, my little brother and them wanted Jordans, so I sit back and wait and hope my mom bought them some Jordans. Like, so since you just spent that on those, can I just get these two pair of shoes over here? Like,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean,
Get a couple shacks.
to each his own. When I
Nah,
when
hey,
I
Okay.
but I used to have a Patrick Ewing Adidas back in the day.
Hmm.
Look,
I mean, who didn't have Patrick Ewing? Patrick Ewing was an ish now.
He
I
sure
mean,
was.
I ain't gonna say I never bought Georgia, but right now, if I had to
I've
spend
never
my
bought
money,
Jordan.
I would go with the ones that are down to earth, the ones that don't make the money, that think the money is better. Don't think they're better than everybody. Shaq is
Like
one of
who?
them. Shaq is one of them. Allen Iverson.
Wait, hold on, wait. The
Stephen
same person who called
Marbury.
Kyrie Irving an idiot because he stood for what he stood in his beliefs.
I would buy Kyrie's.
No, I'm saying though, like you said, Shaq and the same person who called Kyrie an idiot and said he's pushing us back 10 years
I
because
mean,
he stood on what he believed.
I understand why Shaq said it. You know what I mean?
I don't.
I mean, because at the moment you're making all this money, and you know what I'm saying, and you're allowing that to come in between your money. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so tell me
Make your
what Kyrie
money.
Irving did wrong.
He ain't do nothing wrong. I don't feel like he did anything wrong because he stood in what he believed. But at the same time, you got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't allow your money to dictate what you do outside of this money. You know what I mean? You had all summer to do whatever you had to do. Don't do it during the season because that's distracting your team from either playing a good game. So all the distractions, you try to make it to the next level in basketball. So you got to know when to have a distraction and when not to have a distraction. And during the basketball season is not the time to have a distraction
Okay,
because
so
it's throwing your teammates off. So if we're a team, think about your team. You know what I'm
I hear
saying?
you and I understand where you're coming from. But I'm gonna go about it. First time they had issue with Kyrie Irving is because he said he wasn't taking the COVID shot. Turned around and he was right. New York ended up having to pay all them people who ended up sitting here couldn't go to work, get them a check because of the COVID shot. Now, then it was because he put a post up. He didn't make the video. He didn't even comment on the post. He just put a post of a documentary that he watched. And they said he was an idiot. Shaq said he was an idiot because of that.
Shaq made a mistake.
Yeah.
Kev, do you want to talk about a different subject?
Sure.
You don't like basketball that much, Kev?
Oh, I was about to shut down in a second.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Oh,
let
you
y'all
know
get
I ain't
your
doing
stuff
nothing.
out.
Yeah, my food about done, so I'm about to eat anyways. My baked potatoes
Hmm.
finally done baking,
Ready to
so
start this
my
next topic tomorrow.
Are you going to give us
Mm.
a
A
insight?
pinch of it. You want a little pinch on here? Let me get you real quick. Let me see. Let me see what I got. Sometimes I be waiting to the last minute. I know I got topics.
It was nice meeting you, Sleepy.
nice to meet you guys
Yeah.
as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Me, you, and Kev can talk basketball anytime.
Mm.
That part. Yes, there's a lot going on in the NBA world and the NFL.
Oh,
Hey,
Leona
yeah,
is
so
still here.
y'all
I
seen
lose side on the NFL, and I love sports.
yeah, yeah, called Ruggs made the guy that played for the Raiders, you know, for that DUI that he did and then getting time for it. Now you done messed up your whole NFL career.
Hmm.
Man, what's the name did the same thing some years back. What was the name? Dante Stedworth or something like that. And he
Yeah.
wasn't even as good as Ruggs. Same as that thing, and he got off.
Hmm. Right, right. But he had a lot of supporters
No
behind him though.
suspensions or nothing.
He had a lot of supporters behind him. You know what I mean? Up close and personal. But anyway, let me get out of here. I got to
I
get ready
think
for prepare for work. So
I got it's between. Let me see. Which one you think would be more juicier? I got one that quick to disrespect after a disagreement lack emotional intelligence, and then I got another topic.
mm,
Which is most important in life, communication or understanding?
Mm.
Which one?
They're both great.
No, I don't need no
It is.
answers right now. Don't even do it. Don't do it now.
No,
No,
no
no,
answers.
no.
But if you want to kind of keep in the same vein as today, then the first, and then you can do the second one on your next live. But
Okay.
if you want to mix it up, the second one you could do tomorrow.
Yeah.
So do oh, you said to mix it up. Okay, I get you. I get you. So you said the one with the lack of the one of disrespect and emotional intelligence. That's kind of the same as today, right?
Well, it segues. Today can segue into that one because
Okay, I got you. I got you. So mix that one. So do the communication and understanding one.
yeah,
Mm.
if you don't
Okay.
want to keep it that flow and you
Okay.
want to just mix it a little,
Okay, I got you. Yep. That's a good idea. Okay, good. That's why I'm here. That's why I do it. I got another one that's kind of sweaty. Now I know it's gonna get people though. This one right here, I already know it's gonna get people mad, but it's just something I've been observing. I got a topic say a lot of people that use the titles king, queen, goddess, god, beautiful, etc. has a deep rooted insecurities. If you do this, ask yourself why do you feel that way?
that's going to get people riled up.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I
That's
Yeah.
know.
definitely going to get people riled up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because
That
now
might be
people are saying there aren't those things.
Yeah. You know, they didn't say that. That's a good one, kid. That's a good one, kid.
Hmm. And
it's a sweaty one, yes.
yeah.
But it's just something I'm observing of because I'm like, dog, why do like you can even see it in the names too? Like I'm like, dog, it's a reason why because I believe it's a confidence booster to boost whatever is going on that's internally because everybody needs that little jump start to make them feel better. You know what I'm saying? So I don't.
So
So
are you
that's the reason why
saying when people call themselves those names, or if other people refer to them that way?
when people call themselves that name, or if they just put it as a name, as in that one. Imagine if I put down a beautiful Kevin or something like that. But no, put a King Kev or something like that. You know, some reason why behind it most of the time.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I know. Should I leave that for next week?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to make sure I'm in here for that one.
You said kings,
It's going
queens.
to draw a lot of people there who have those terms in their name,
Yeah.
hmm
those references. Yeah.
Kings,
hmm
queens. Yeah.
Just in
Kings,
general.
queens, beautiful, all that stuff. When you got to throw all that stuff in your name.
Hey, Henri, we're getting ready to go. So I just happen to think that it's a little conceited for me
Mm-hmm.
personally. And I used to have a hard time referring to people by those names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Um,
At least I know who I'm gonna put in the fires den with me when I put it like I got some backups like that. That's the time I ain't gonna see
Hey,
her. Be like, where did she go?
but
Where's
it's one
Gigi?
of the things
look, I'll
I
be in
think
a
about that
fire den
because
with
everybody
you.
can't be kings and everybody not queens.
Oh,
Hmm.
That's how I look at that. Everybody not kings and everybody not queens.
Hey, you can look at that the
boy, we
way
was talking about that. Somebody had a topic about that too. I don't call myself that. I'm like, no, you don't have to call me that, or I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm a human. That's all I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a
you.
regular person that's trying to make it. That's all. I don't need all that extra stuff.
Yes.
Man, y'all got me about to talk about this tomorrow, boy. I got so much in my mouth.
Oh, I'm off
Yeah.
I'll
tomorrow,
let
so
it.
if you want to do
Yeah.
that tomorrow, what time you go on? What time you
That
come
would
live?
be good.
Same time between 6 and 6:30.
Oh
That'll
yeah,
be a good
I'll
one.
be here.
Hey, BT.
Ah, that's my buddy. She good peoples.
Hey,
Okay.
What's
BLT.
up, BT?
Oh,
Hey, BT.
what is it? Oh, I
BT.
thought he said BLT.
Not the
That's
bacon
her name
lettuce.
Blake. Her name Blake.
Okay, that's why you did. Okay,
Welcome to the
okay.
live, man. Welcome to the live.
She should have
You
put
Yeah.
catch me right
BLT
at
in her
the
name.
end. I'm about to get up. Oh,
She should have said BLT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Akimo,
Right. See? BL.
Akiko. I like her. She a intelligent young lady.
Okay.
Hey, you need it. All right, man. Let me get out of here. It's almost 10 o'clock.
All
I
right.
gotta go. I
Enjoy
gotta
the
go lay my.
sweetheart.
All right, y'all. I
All right.
appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the live and thank y'all for
Man,
enlightenment.
thank you for
Enlightenment.
coming through, man. All y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Y'all
Y'all
Thank
got
be
to
you
show
all.
some. Y'all got to show support. Show some love.
yeah, for sure, man.
You know what I
All
mean?
right.
It's
We
that
will
kid. Dang,
see.
she was in here when she said that. she, I ain't think somebody caught me there. So y'all said y'all want me to talk about that tomorrow, huh?
Man, I'll be here.
So you're going to do it tomorrow?
I'm trying to see. I see a few people that popped in here and caught that in.
Be
Hey,
Yeah.
Queen, you want to talk about the quiz?
be ready.
Yeah.
Be
I think that should be a
ready.
good topic. That would be a
Be
better. That
That's
would be.
gonna
ready.
be sweaty, dog. I know it's gonna be sweaty, but it's a
Yeah.
reason why I do all this stuff for real, dog. Because I just want to know everybody's reason, and most of the time I catch it's some reason why people, and I want people to be aware of what they saying and doing. That's all it is. I ain't really trying to start nothing. I'm just trying to let people be aware of what they doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
going to be hard to get through. And not that I'm being a pessimistic, but it's going to be really hard to get through the people's nuggets.
I feel you on that. It's hard to not be pessimistic on that end, but hey, it is what it is. It got to get taught. Because the second part is like, because for the people that might have something, I ask, if you do those, ask yourself, why do you feel that way? And I just want to know what they, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know what they saying. That's all it is.
Right.
So we gonna see. So that sounds like we got a couple people that said that, right? So it might be that tomorrow. Then we do the understanding, and I'm gonna give it a break of that emotion stuff, the disrespect.
For some reason, music guy said I was hungry. I don't know why.
I wish
I'm
I
hungry.
would
I'm
have
hungry,
been
music
here.
guy.
Oh no, we about to start that tomorrow, BT. Man, we starting that tomorrow, man. So I'm gonna be on at 6:30. We gonna start talking about the queens, and the kings and the beautifuls, right? We gonna talk about that. People that
Yes.
got that in their name.
I'm laughing because music guy is laughing at me when I said BLT. I love
Said,
BLTs.
mm-hmm. Said invite, please. Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure.
All right. I see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good
Okay.
evening.
Good night,
All
everyone.
right.
Thank you,
Y'all be
Kev, for
safe.
having us.
Oh yeah, man. For sure, man.
See you
My
All
tomorrow.
right,
fam,
man.
my new fam.
Yes,
That
All right,
don't
family.
give
man.
a. Sorry, no.
All right, my man.
All right.
I'll holler at y'all later on.